Rishabh Pant. In fact, we also get you updates as far as the eyewitnesses are concerned and what really had happened in that car accident that took place in Roorkee in the early hours of Friday at about 5:30 a.m. in the morning. And we have seen since then the kind of updates that are coming in from the hospital and the medical condition of Rishabh Pant as well, that is also that we are keeping a close eye on. And how the eyewitnesses account is also coming to light when it comes to that accident that had taken place, unfortunate accident really, that had taken place in which Rishabh Pant in fact had sustained so many injuries, severe injuries as well. He is recovering as of now there in Dehradun in the Max Hospital, and we will be getting you updates from Dehradun as well. In fact, we will be getting you those updates as far as the police's version is also concerned, who are looking into this entire accident as to how this really took place and what really has been the update as far as Rishabh Pant is also concerned going forward. In fact, viewers, we were picking up several reactions on Rishabh Pant and the kind of prayers that people are sending across for Rishabh Pant as well. Let's listen in to what Anupam Kher had to say about Rishabh Pant.
बस उनकी तबीयत पूछी, उनकी माताजी से मिले और उनको उनके लिए प्रार्थना की, देश की सारे देश की प्रार्थनाएं उनके पास लेके गए और कपूर साहब और मैं एज फैंस गए थे. That's it.
शीशा बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छे से बेटर है सर.
मच बेटर. हाँ बिल्कुल.
कपूर साहब क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे सर?
खेर साहब कह चुके हैं और मैं भी यही कहना चाहूँगा. शुक्रिया.
बेटर है, आप लोगों से मिलकर अच्छा लगा होगा एज अ फैन?
अब ये तो वही बता सकते हैं, पर अच्छा ही लगा हमने. बट आज तो हम सिर्फ प्रार्थना करने के लिए, उनको ढाढ़स बंधाने के लिए, उनको हंसाने के लिए गए थे.
And there you have it, viewers, that reaction coming in, of course, from Anupam Kher. And of course, we have been keeping a track on all aspects as far as Rishabh Pant's recovery is concerned, and also how we had looked at that very horrific accident that had taken place in the wee hours of Friday morning at about 5:30 a.m. And we have seen that accident taking place in Roorkee. And the kind of eyewitnesses account that were also coming to light as far as this horrific accident of Rishabh Pant is concerned. All right, but slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting updates on the other side of how big development in the stolen idol row, where Tamil Nadu police has begun the process for repatriation.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि एक आम इंसान की जाती है, ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling. This grass they were carrying in, and this is the kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि एक आम इंसान की जाती है, ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Live and Breaking with me, Ankit Prasad, on Republic TV. It's the last day of the year 2022. It's been a news-heavy year, and the last day is going on a similar note. We have a number of stories we're tracking for you, from the latest in the Tunisha Sharma death mystery to the condition of Indian wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant, and a lot of politics in Karnataka and in some other areas as well. We'll get you all that and more on this bulletin. Let's start off with the headlines.
थोड़ा सा इस्लामिक रीति रिवाजों को
फॉलो करने लगी थी, उसमें चेंजेस आनी शुरू हो गई थी। वो सुसाइड करने वाली भी नहीं थी, मे बी उसका मर्डर भी हुआ हो।
Sensational details emerge in the Tunisha death case. The mother says murder angle not ruled out. Shizan produced in court, sent to 14 days remand.
उनकी तबीयत पूछी, उनकी माताजी से मिले और उनको उनके लिए प्रार्थना की, सारे देश की प्रार्थनाएं उनके पास लेके गए और कपूर साहब और मैं एज फैंस गए थे।
The BCCI says Rishabh Pant's condition is stable. Wishes pour in for Pant's speedy recovery. BJP kickstarts its Mission Karnataka. Amit Shah sets out on a visit to Bengaluru. Big development in the stolen idol row. Tamil Nadu police begins a process for repatriation. Horrific shootout reported in the national capital. Gym owner shot dead. The police says a probe is on. Viewers, one of the top stories that we're tracking, and the entire nation is tracking along with us, is the medical condition of Team India wicketkeeper batsman Rishabh Pant, who was involved in that horrific accident near Roorkee, where he was driving early last morning. Now, we know that Rishabh Pant has suffered some amount of burn injuries, some amount of lacerations, and he has also suffered an injury on his knees. But what is the true scope of his condition? How long will he retain or remain for his recuperation? These are all matters on which currently an evaluation is going on. We know that the officials of the DDCA had gone and visited Rishabh Pant at the Dehradun hospital, the Max hospital, where he is seeking treatment at the moment. We also know his family members had visited him there. They are with him right now. Anupam Kher had gone to see him and had spoken to him. Let's listen in to what Anupam Kher had to say, his analysis after he met Rishabh Pant.
बस उनकी तबीयत पूछी, उनकी माताजी से मिले और उनको उनके लिए प्रार्थना की, सारे देश की प्रार्थनाएं उनके पास लेके गए और कपूर साहब और मैं एज फैंस गए थे। That's it.
ऋषभ बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छे से बेटर है सर?
मच बेटर, हाँ बिल्कुल।
कपूर साहब क्या कुछ कहना चाहेंगे सर?
खेर साहब कह चुके हैं और मैं भी यही कहना चाहूँगा। शुक्रिया।
बेटर हैं, आप लोगों से मिलकर अच्छा लगा होगा एज अ फैन?
ये तो वही बता सकते हैं, बड़ा अच्छा ही लगा हमने। बट आज तो हम सिर्फ प्रार्थना करने के लिए, उनको ढाढ़स बंधाने के लिए, उनको हंसाने के लिए गए थे।
So there you heard an encouraging statement from Anupam Kher, some news that tells us that maybe Rishabh is on the road to recovery and things are much better now than say they were 24 hours ago, when we really did not have a sense of what his condition was. We have Harsha, who is reporting from Dehradun, and Harsha, if you could tell us what we are likely to see. Is his recovery going to continue at the Max Hospital? We've also heard that he may be airlifted. So what is currently the sense, and what are the doctors saying about Rishabh Pant's status?
See Ankit, right now the DTCA team is here at Max Hospital. We'd like to show you the visuals from Max Hospital as DTCA 2 directors Ashok Sharma and Shyam Sundar Sharma along with the legal advisor Sanjeev Balyan have reached here at Max Hospital. DTCA is keeping a close watch on the recovery stats of Rishabh Pant, how he is recovering or whether he is required to be airlifted to national capital or not. What we have till now spoken with the SSP and with the hospital administration, we are gathering that till now there is very less chances of Rishabh Pant to be airlifted because Rishabh Pant is fine, he is stable, he's recovering fast. There is issue with his ligament, and for that ligament surgery, BCCI will finally take a decision whether that ligament surgery has to be done in the national capital or here at Max Hospital or somewhere in abroad, because they are in talks with the family and seeing the momentum, like how Rishabh Pant is recovering, what is the pain, how much is the swelling, because the ligament is completely injured of right knee, and as Rishabh Pant is a wicket keeper, a very well performing cricketer, for him ligament to be recovered soon is very much important, as we are expecting many series in the coming new year in which Rishabh Pant is supposed to play. Therefore DTCA team is right now here. They will analyze the entire situation by talking to the Max Hospital administration, and BCCI officials are also here. We are waiting for the DTCA team to come out and speak to us and tell whether he will be airlifted or not, or will be taken to some other place for his ligament treatment. We have got to know that the MRI and the scanning of Rishabh Pant ligament and forehead and knee has been done, and the MRI scans will be discussed further with the doctors, the specialized doctors who deal in the orthopads. So right now we are getting to know all this information. Let's wait and watch what DTC officials have to say after they meet Rishabh Pant and the family members. Ankit, back to you.
Harsha, stay with us. So his right knee is the area of concern, is it not? Now, because of sporting injuries over the years, the knee is an area where a lot of progress has been made in fixing injuries that would otherwise earlier have been deemed career threatening. Irrespective of that, what is the condition of Rishabh Pant from a psychological standpoint? Also, is he talking? How conscious is he? Is he able to is he under the influence of painkillers? Is he in any discomfort? We have, in fact, Harsha, stay with us. We have the DGP of Dehradun, I believe, Mr. Ashok Kumar, who is joining us. Mr. Kumar, please tell us what is the latest with regards to Rishabh Pant's condition, and what have you found with regards to how this accident took place?
I think it's everything is clear. His injuries are not very serious nature. He has three major injuries. One is on the forehead, another is on the back, and third is on the leg. But I think all three are not of very serious nature, and probably doctors are examining his leg today through MRI so that they can know the status of how much ligament and which ligament is injured. As far as accident is concerned, as per my knowledge, as per Haridwar police reports, it's a case of falling asleep, kind of dozing off for a moment, and in that moment itself he met with this accident. Yeah.
Now, in fact, that is what the prevailing circumstance appears to be. But Mr. Kumar, one of the questions people have had is if he dozed off on the wheel, the accident he suffered was very severe. The car was totally burnt to cinders. How did he manage to extricate himself from the car? How did he in fact save his life? Because it looked like anything could have happened, right?
Yeah, it's in very bad shape, and it's a miraculous escape. As the driver of the roadway, Mr. Sushil Kumar, is telling that he was half out. Maybe he was half out just by the accident itself. And then they pulled him out fully, and they also checked whether there is anybody else in the car. So it happens. It's a miraculous escape, and he is lucky. We are lucky. The country is lucky to have him back.
Most definitely, we are very lucky to have him still with us. Now, Mr. Kumar, have you managed to speak to Rishabh Pant, or has anyone spoken to him and gotten a sense? If you could tell us, please.
He has talked to our police yesterday itself. He was very much in senses, and he himself told that he was driving from Delhi and he dozed off. So my Haridwar police people have talked to him. I have not talked to him. Yeah.
But Mr. Kumar, we've seen like on his forehead he has an injury, on his back he has an injury. Is he in a lot of pain at the moment, or is he relatively comfortable, or as comfortable as it's possible to be?
See, I can't comment on this. I can only say that the injuries are not very serious.
Okay, and we also saw yesterday, last question, sir. We also saw yesterday that different, well, I was going to ask about how road reflectors were being put up on the highway where Rishabh Pant suffered the accident. I don't know if Mr. Kumar is with us. We have Harsha, however, with us. I'm told the DGP has to move on. We have Harsha with us. Harsha, road reflectors were put on at the location. Is there any element of there not being enough infrastructure in place? What else do you know?
Exactly, Ankit. What we got to know after going to that crash site is that the entire highway is 40 feet, and because of that small neher, which we say of irrigation department, that 40 feet road becomes of 30 feet. There is a sudden diversion in that land, and because of the low visibility and fog issue, also sometimes there occur many accidents in past have occurred over there, and that was exactly the spot where exactly Rishabh Pant dozed off or fell asleep while being on the wheel, and he didn't know because there was no road ahead, and it was at that very time when his car took a turn suddenly and it collided with a railing, and now in that place the reflectors has been put up by Uttarakhand government. And if we talk about the local villagers and the people who live nearby, they all have stated that many accidents have occurred in the past, and because of this very big incident, because Rishabh Pant is a well-known face, he's a celebrity, he's a star wicket keeper, and because of this accident now state government is in action, and reflectors, 3 to 4 reflectors in that entire NH58 has been put up by state government. In fact, CCTV camera have also been increased in that entire area because of the low visibility and fog. Initially, many accidents have also happened. So measures are being taken by state government. But if we right now talk about the health of Rishabh Pant is fine. He's stable. He's conscious. He's speaking to the family members. He's speaking to the BCCI officials. DTCA team will also speak to him directly. In the morning hours, Anil Kapoor and Anupam Kher met him, and they also spoke to Rishabh Pant psychologically. Rishabh Pant isn't still in shock because that entire accident where his car collided and took a multiple turns before turning into a ball of fire. If you see the visuals of the car, you will realize how big and horrific and serious this entire incident is. Many villagers have stated that it was lucky of Rishabh Pant to survive in that accident. So he has survived. There are many injuries, but right now he is recovering very fast. The major issue is ligament, the knee injury. Because for a cricketer it's very important that knee should be fine, ligament should work properly, and ligament is the only thing on which BCCI medical team and DTCA medical team is taking a decision. And after analysing the initial reports with the Max Hospital administration, because they will analyse every report, because we have got to know that the orthopedics department of Max Hospital is monitoring the situation of Rishabh Pant. He is well right now, but psychologically also psychiatrists and other related the hospital administration is taking care of Rishabh Pant. He's in a shock of situation because everything was so sudden for Rishabh Pant as he was going to his native hometown in Roorkee at around 5:30 a.m. So Ankit, let's wait and watch about the medical bulletin which will come from the Max Hospital and the BCCI. We are expecting it to come at 4 o'clock. Let's wait and see what exactly the condition of Rishabh Pant will be told today as well by the hospital. Ankit, back to you.
Absolutely, Harsha, thank you for bringing us that information. So 4 o'clock is when we estimate a medical bulletin will come out. The DGP has told us he has 3 injuries and that it was a part of the accident that he was partially out of the car, and that is how he survived. We hope Rishabh Pant recovers really quickly. Meanwhile, viewers, moving to Karnataka where elections are coming soon, the Basavaraj Bommai government has made a big decision with regards to reservation for 2 key communities, the Lingayat community and the Vokaliga community, which are electorally very significant there, have been given reservation and this appears to have angered the Congress. The Congress is trying to claim that the BJP government in the state is misleading the people, and there are other communities also that are in the fray. The Panchamasali community, I believe the Congress says, has been betrayed in this move, and this is a series of questions that are being raised by the two warring leaders who are atop the Congress in Karnataka, DK Shivkumar and Siddaramaiah. Now, we've seen even before the 2018 elections that the Congress had attempted to make similar moves. But let's listen in right now to what both Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar had to say on the Bommai government's decision.
ಇದು ಪಾಪ 3A ನವರಿಗೆ 3B ನವರಿಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣುರಿಸ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ತಂತ್ರ ಇದು. ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್. 2C 2D ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಅದು ಯಾಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. ಈಗ 3A ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾತಿಗಳು 2Cಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ, 3B ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜಾತಿಗಳು 2Dಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾವ, 2A ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಇವರಿಗೆ 2C 2D ಏನೇನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. ಮೀಸಲಾತಿ ಬರೀ ಸುಳ್ಳು, ಯಾರು ಒಪ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ, ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಏನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ತಪ್ಪದಾರಿಗೆ ಎಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಏನಾರು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಹೇಳಿ ಎಷ್ಟು % ರಿಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ನು ಪಂಚಮಶಾಲಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಕ್ಕಲಿಗರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, 2A ಇರುವಂಥ ಹಿಂದುಳಿದವರನ್ನು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿ. ಅದು ಯಾವುದು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ತಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ. ಚೀಫ್ ಮಿನಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಕೆ ತಯಾರಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಇದು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ನಮಗೆ ಚಾಕ್ಲೇಟ್ ಕೊಡೋಕೆ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಅಗ್ರಿ ವಿತ್ ಇಟ್.
So there you just heard the two senior most leaders of the Congress in Karnataka, who always cannot agree with each other also, have somehow, however, decided to take on the BJP over this matter, which just tells you how important it is, how crucial these two communities are. The BJP has tweaked some rules which has enabled it, they say, to give the Lingayat community and the Vokalika community reservation within the current structure without taking it away from anyone else. And so this they are viewing as a bit of a success. We have Prajwal with us to tell us all the ramifications of this. Prajwal, the Congress says the BJP is spreading confusion and chaos. They are also raising other communities. What exactly is happening is something that we would like to know, and we are told Prajwal is just joining us. It is election season. We've seen even before the 2018 elections, there were a number of moves made by the then Siddaramaiah-led Congress government with regards to these communities. They are electorally very significant. In fact, they are the most populous communities in Karnataka, and they have a key determinant factor ingrained in what the election results generally are. However, that is not to say that this is just timed in that direction. This is a demand that has been under consideration from a long time, we are told. There are a number of states where there are different communities for which the reservation demand has been prevailing and has been present for a long time. We've seen how over the last few years the government has changed, the central government has changed some of the criteria. It's now in some amount of reservation, not dependent on the community, it's dependent on the economic status of the people who are seeking it. So there are a number of key rules that are in place, and it is these rules that the Karnataka government appears to have worked in such a manner that it can grant these two communities reservation within the current ambit. Now we have Prajwal with us. Prajwal, what is the Congress's opposition to this? Are they not in favor of reservation to these communities? What is the Siddaramaiah and DK Shivkumar contention?
That the Congress is not opposing the reservation.
We'll try and get a clear audio with Prajwal as quickly as we can. He is reporting on ground for us, and he will be able to give us a clear sense of why exactly the Congress is opposing and has a issue with the manner in which the BJP Basavaraj Bommai-led government has gone about this move of granting reservation within the current structure to the Vokaliga and Lingayat community, and why it is that the other communities that the Congress are raising, some of which are subsets of the Lingayat and Vokaliga communities, what is the element of politics there is something that we have heard the Congress leaders talk about, but what is the deeper, truer meaning behind it? It is, of course, the run-up to the elections, and there are a number of key issues that come under controversy every now and then, but this is one that is always prevalent in Karnataka politics, the significance of the Lingayat and the Vokaliga community. Prajwal, tell us more about what's happening with regards to reservation right now. What is Congress saying?
Ankit, the Congress is in fact in favor of the opposition over in favor of the reservation over here. They are not, they are not opposing the fact that there has been a reservation that has been given. But the Congress in Karnataka is demanding a clarification from the Basavaraj Bommai government over here, because so far when the decision was taken in the cabinet to increase the quotas for the Panchamashalis in the employment as well as education for both the Panchamasalis and the Vokaligas, one of the key decisions that was made was the fact that 3A and 3B will be removed, and the Lingaites, the Panchamasali Lingaites and the Vokaligas will be included in the 2C and 2D category. Why was this primarily being done was because of the fact that the Panchamasalis demanded that they will have to be included into 2B section, because in 2B section there are already 120 castes. But how could the government go on and give a cut from the reservation apart from these 120 castes was one of the biggest question. So therefore the government of Karnataka decided that they will be forming two other caste categories, 2C and 2D, and then they will be including the Panchamasali Lingaites as well as the Vokaligas into this, and then they will go on to give the reservation. But in the legal gambit, what is exactly happening over here is the fact that the reservation has already increased to 56%, and according to the Supreme Court rules as well as the guidelines, reservation is not supposed to exceed more than 50% over here. So therefore the state government is in a dilemma now as to how they can go on and increase the reservation over here. So that is one of the major questions that is being spoken and being questioned by the leader of the opposition. And meanwhile, the KPCC president D.K. Shivkumar has gone on to state that this is an outright lie by the Basavaraj Bommai-led government, and they are resorting to all these tricks because the 2023 assembly elections are on the way, and therefore they want to gain the sympathy of the voters from both these communities too. And let us also understand that the Panchamasalis are the subset of the Lingaites, and they amount to over 75 lakhs to 85 lakh voters in itself. So that is a huge vote bank for the BJP, which has now and again been cashing on it. So this was one of the major demands of the community, which the Basavaraj Bommai government has agreed to and taken a decision in this regard. But how will they go on to get this done is something which will have to be seen, because implementation is turning out to be a huge difficulty for the Basavaraj Bommai government, because they're also running into a lot of legal hurdles here, Ankit.
I think that provides a lot of insight into what's currently transpiring in Karnataka. Will the Basavaraj Bommai government be able to deliver on this rule change and the minutiae? That is something that the Congress is for sure watching very keenly. I thank Prajwal for joining us. Let's take a look at some of the top stories right now. A missing report has been registered following the disappearance of para-athlete Jyoti Baveja. The brother of Jyoti, Jatin Baveja, has said that he had dropped Jyoti at Janakpuri East Metro Station at around 5 p.m. on December the 19th, that's more than 2 weeks back, and she boarded the metro for RK Ashram Metro Station, and since then nothing. The Delhi police is unable to locate Jyoti Baveja, a national-level para-athlete who went missing over 12 days ago. The police said that they have received no leads yet in the case. The police said that the para-athlete identified as Jyoti Baveja was last located near Paharganj, and after that, she disappeared. The government has demolished some property of an active terrorist, Amir Khan, who is in Pakistan currently. at the Pahalgam area of Anantnag district. Earlier in Pulwama, the residence of a Jaish commander was also demolished. A massive fire broke out in the Jamia Masjid of Ramban district in Jammu and Kashmir. Sources claim that the fire broke out late last night. No loss of life has been reported, although the premises got burnt to a large extent. 9 people have died and 11 people have been taken to a private hospital for treatment in a horrific road accident on the Navsari National Highway. The accident took place after the bus collided with a Fortuner car. Taking stock of the tragic road accident in Navsari, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his condolences and announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees to be given to the next of kin of each of the deceased, while those injured would be given 50,000 rupees. The Assam police arrested 10 people in connection with an oil theft case and seized 2 oil tankers and a 4-wheeler as well. The arrests were made from various parts of Assam and Meghalaya. The CID crime branch of Odisha has stepped up its investigation into the death of 2 Russian nationals in Rayagada. The crime branch and forensic teams visited Sai International Hotel in Rayagada, where the victims were found dead. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be laying the foundation stone of the Central Intelligence Training Institute. Sources claim that he will also inaugurate the Indo-Tibetan Border Police's residential and non-residential complexes in Bengaluru.
The Jammu and Kashmir administration bulldozed a 1-story building at Lewar village in Pahalgam that belonged to terror group Hizbul Mujahideen's commander Amir Khan. According to sources, Ghulam Nabi Khan alias Amir Khan is a top operational commander of the Hizbul Mujahideen. He crossed over to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir in the early 90s. Jammu and Kashmir government demolished properties of Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist commander Amir Khan at Pahalgam in Anantnag district. This comes 3 weeks after the house of Jaish-e-Mohammed militant commander Ashik Nehru was demolished in Pulwama district. Nehru is a wanted JEM commander and an accused in the 2019 Pulwama attack in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed. India's mega crackdown on in full swing. Forces going all out on wiping out terrorists from the valley. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And we have a lot more coming up, viewers. The sensational details continue to emerge in the Tunisha death case. In the most sensational of them all, her mother says that the murder angle is not ruled out. And there has been a horrific shootout in the national capital. A gym owner has been shot dead. The police is probing. We'll get you all the details.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the 2-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the 2-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday,
the new thing that the Chinese have done is that now they are buying Indian COVID vaccines on the black market. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have you know that buying Indian COVID vaccines in China is illegal. But the problem is that the Chinese don't trust their own drugs. So there is an illegal trading of Indian vaccines which is happening on Chinese social media. Common Chinese don't have access to global social media. They're not there on Twitter or Facebook because all these are banned and blocked inside China. But on local Chinese social media platforms, they are trading Indian drugs.
Shizan Khan sent to 14-day judicial custody even as he files plea to demand security in jail. Cricketer Rishabh Pant recovering, likely to be shifted to Delhi for further treatment. Stern message to terrorists, property of an active terrorist demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. Rattled by constant crackdown, terror wing of Lashkar issues fresh hit list of Kashmiri Pandit employees. In the run-up to elections, major BJP versus Congress face-off over quota politics in Karnataka. In crisis to find an opposition face, Kamal Nath claims Rahul is the opposition face for 2024. Hello and welcome viewers. Thank you for tuning into Republic TV. I'm Priyanka Sharma. We are live in breaking and straight away getting you updates from Srinagar, in fact, where Srinagar witnessed excellent operations that were being carried out by our security forces and the kind of crackdown that has been done on terrorist organizations as well. Here's a complete and exclusive report on all that's happening in Srinagar.
In 2022, Srinagar's team witnessed some wonderful operations where Pakistani terrorists and the local terrorists, some dreaded terrorists, were neutralized. Local terrorists like Salim Pare or the foreign terrorists, the Pakistani terrorists like Chotu or Mubashir, all were neutralized by the CRPF along with Jammu and Kashmir police in Srinagar's team. These elite commandos, they have been handpicked. They have first-hand experience of dealing with the terrorists. They shoot to kill. Today I'm introducing you to those men, those elite commandos who actually killed these dreaded terrorists. I'm joined by one such commando. रिपब्लिक से बात करने के लिए शुक्रिया। क्या आपके कई चीज़ें हमने सुनी हैं, तो आपका कैसा एक्सपीरियंस रहा है इस तरह के टेररिस्ट को न्यूट्रलाइज करना, खासकर जो ऑपरेशन मुगल गार्डन में?
मैम, जो ऑपरेशन हुआ था जिसमें उसका हवा बना रखा था परे, सलीम परे, और जितना बता रखा था उसने 17-18 किलिंग्स की हुई थी सिविलियंस की। इसके अलावा 18-19 कॉर्डन तोड़ के भागा हुआ था। जब हमें इंटेलिजेंस मिली तो हमने उसको ईज़िली उसको क्योंकि हमारी प्रोफेशनल स्किल्स ऐसी हैं कि मैम हमने उसको पकड़ लिया और मतलब उसने फायर फाइट की हमारे साथ और विद इन 5 मिनट्स उसको न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया। तो मैम जैसे उसकी कैटेगरी थी A++, उस हिसाब का वो मतलब हमारी फोर्सेस के सामने कहीं नहीं टिकता था। हमने उसको फिर विद इन 5 मिनट्स गन फाइट में उसको वहीं पे ढेर कर दिया और विदाउट एनी सिविलियन कैजुअलिटी।
काफ़ी स्विफ्ट ऑपरेशन रहा वो यहाँ मुगल गार्डन में, और जो सलीम परे था करीब 8 साल से ज़्यादा एक्टिव था, इतनी सारी किलिंग्स थी। तो कई जब आपने उसको, क्योंकि आपका फर्स्ट हैंड एक्सपीरियंस रहा है, आपने उसको मारा है, तो आपको पहले डर नहीं लगा कि ये इतने साल से एक्टिव है, काफ़ी एक्सपीरियंस है, ट्रेंड है?
मैम ऐसा डर की कोई बात नहीं है। जो हमारी स्किल्स होती है, हमारी ट्रेनिंग होती है, वो इसी हिसाब की होती है कि उससे भी 10 गुना अगर कोई ट्रेंड होगा तो हम उसे ईजिली न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकें।
एक और ऑपरेशन हुआ था यहाँ बिशंबर नगर श्रीनगर में, जहाँ पर 2 पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट को न्यूट्रलाइज किया था। अगेन आप उस वक्त भी उस ऑपरेशन को लीड कर रहे थे और आपने उन टेररिस्ट को मारा।
जी मैम, क्योंकि उन टेररिस्ट ने मैम हमारे जो जवान थे उनकी किलिंग्स की थी और एक कायरतापूर्ण काम किया था उन लोगों ने। तो हमारे दिल में था कि इनको जितने जल्दी न्यूट्रलाइज कर सकें। हमने विद इन वीक उन दोनों को न्यूट्रलाइज किया। और मैडम वो कोवर्ट ऑपरेशन था और मतलब ईजिली मैम जो मतलब हमारी स्किल्स हैं वो अनमैचेबल थी उनके सामने। और बिल्कुल
थोड़ा सा बताएंगे कि किस तरह से मूवमेंट आप लोगों का हुआ, किस तरह से इंट आया, किस तरह से मोबिलाइज हुआ पूरा फोर्स, और क्या ऑपरेशन में जो फाइट हुआ वो किस तरह का हुआ?
मैम ये एक यूनिक ऑपरेशन था, कोवर्ट ऑपरेशन था, जिसको मैं लीड कर रहा था। जैसे हमें इंटेलिजेंस मिली एक घर के अंदर की, जिस मालिक ने उसको रखा हुआ था, तो हमने पहले उससे इंटेलिजेंस गैदर की और हमें एक घर के अंदर ही उसको था। तो जैसे ही हम लोग वहाँ पहुँचे, मैं और मेरा बड्डी, उसको पहले से सूचना मिल गई थी कि फोर्सेस आ गई हैं और वो भी एकदम प्रिपेयर थे दोनों के दोनों। तो जैसे ही हमारा आमना सामना हुआ मैम, एकदम हमने उसको ओवर पावर किया, लेकिन उसने अपनी जितनी ट्रेनिंग उसको दी गई थी उसने अपनी यूज़ की, लेकिन हमारी ट्रेनिंग उनके ऊपर भारी पड़ी और विद इन हैंड फाइट प्लस गन फाइट हमने उसको विद इन 2 मिनट्स में उसको न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया दोनों को।
तो आपके बारे में बताया जाता है कि आपके बॉडी में स्प्लिंटर्स अभी भी लगे हैं, कई ऑपरेशंस में आप जख्मी हुए, उसके बाद भी ऐसे ऑपरेशंस लीड करते डर नहीं लगता?
मैम डर की कोई बात नहीं है, मतलब हम लोग बने इसी चीज़ के लिए हैं और स्प्लिंटर मैम लगे हैं, लेकिन जज्बा कायम है अभी तक।
So we have one more such commando. Again he was leading from the front and he again killed foreign terrorists, the Pakistani terrorists in Malura, which is again in the outskirts of Srinagar. आप अपना एक्सपीरियंस बताइए, जब मालूरा में ऑपरेशन हुआ आपने पाकिस्तानी टेररिस्ट को मारा।
थैंक यू मैम। लास्ट ईयर हमको एक इनपुट मिला था एक फॉरेन टेररिस्ट की और सोफिस्टिकेटेड वेपन्स के साथ में प्रेजेंस के रिगार्डिंग मलूरा विलेज में। तो इनपुट मिलते ही हमने स्विफ्ट एक ऑपरेशन प्लान किया और ऑपरेशन प्लान करने के हम मलूरा के लिए रश कर गए। रश करके हमने कॉर्डन ले किया। कॉर्डन ले करने के दौरान ही मैसिव फायर स्टार्ट हो गया। एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर में हमने भी रिटेलिएशन किया। जब हम अपना कॉर्डन ले किया था तो टारगेट एरिया का जो रियर साइड था वो एक ओपन पैच था। उस ओपन पैच को कवर करना बड़ा रिस्की था, बट मैं और मेरी एक स्मॉल टीम ने हमने बैक साइड में पोजीशन ली और वहाँ पर हमने रिटेलिएशन एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर, हमारा मैसिव एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर स्टार्ट हो गया। इसी दौरान टेररिस्ट को जब फोर्सेस का इफेक्टिव रिटेलिएशन मिला तो उसने वहाँ से एस्केप करने की कोशिश की और उसके पास में यूबीजीएल था, उसने ग्रेनेड लॉन्च किया जिसमें मेरे साथ में मेरे बडीज़ थे, उनको स्प्लिंटर इंजरी आई। उसके फॉलोअप में उसने मैसिव फायर करते हुए और आगे बढ़ने की कोशिश की, वह हमने भी इफेक्टिव रिटेलिएशन किया और कुछ टाइम पीरियड के लिए टेररिस्ट रिट्राइव हो गया और बैक साइड में चला गया। कुछ टाइम बाद फिर उन्होंने वहीं से ओपन पैच से अपनी जान बचाने के लिए भागने की कोशिश की। मैं और मेरी टीम ने हैवी एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर रिटेलिएशन किया। उस दौरान एक्सचेंज ऑफ फायर के दौरान मुझे बुलेट इंजरी भी हुई, बट मैं और मेरी टीम ने अपनी पोजीशन होल्ड की और हमने विद इन फ्यू मिनट्स हमने उसको न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया। ये हमारा एक सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन था। इंजरीज हमको हुई बट हमने एक सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन को अंजाम दिया।
आपको बुलेट भी लगा है, बुलेट इंजरी भी आपको हुई है, कई ऑपरेशंस में आपको लीड करते हुए देखा, फर्स्ट टाइम एक्सपीरियंस रहा है टेररिस्ट के साथ और उनको न्यूट्रलाइज। कितने ऐसे ऑपरेशंस हैं जहां आपने न्यूट्रलाइज किया है?
मैम मैं अभी तक 5 सक्सेसफुल ऑपरेशन में पार्टिसिपेट कर चुका हूं और उसमें अप्रोक्स 10 के समथिंग हमने टेररिस्ट न्यूट्रलाइज किए हैं, जिसमें से 7 फॉरेन टेररिस्ट थे। तो पाकिस्तानी। तो ये है मैं और मेरी टीम की एक पॉजिटिव एस्पेक्ट्स है, हमने इतने सक्सेसफुली ऑपरेशंस को अंजाम दिया है।
So this tells you that how the forces actually lead from front, how they experience the entire situation, and not only experience, here it is very important how quick you are in decision making, because the one who's just sitting across or who's just watching you is your enemy, and you know well how to neutralize those. With Vijay Firdoswani and Zishan Fazil for Republic in Srinagar.
Plumes of smoke surrounded Imam Jamia Masjid after a massive fire broke out at the mosque premises in Batot area of Ramdan in Jammu and Kashmir. Even as locals swung into action immediately to control the situation, fire tenders too reached the spot and doused the fire. After extinguishing the fire tenders tried to recover a lot of necessities, most of which turned out to be totally burnt. No loss of life was reported, however. The fire had totally engulfed the mosque, which posed great damage to the property. As the fire broke out in the middle of the night, there were less visitors to the mosque, which would have been a likely reason why no casualties were reported. Meanwhile, the possible reason behind the fire that broke out at Imam Jamia Masjid in Ramdan is still not known, as the police continue to investigate the incident. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Time now here for a short break, viewers. Coming up on the other side, rattled by constant crackdown, Lashkar offshoot issues fresh hit list of Kashmiri Pandit employees. And also getting you updates of the battle for Karnataka intensifies. It's a mega BJP versus Congress face-off over the quota politics.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place.
All right, welcome back, viewers. We are cutting across to some more breaking updates that we are picking up as far as Rishabh Pant's recovery is concerned. And of course, we have our correspondents there on the ground at the hospital where the DDCA in fact was about to reach. In fact, we are being told that they have in fact reached there in Dehradun as well. In fact, we were picking up the updates as far as the medical condition of Rishabh Pant is also concerned. We had been getting you updates from the DDCA, we had been getting you updates from the eyewitnesses and the police officials as well, who have spoken about the medical condition of Rishabh Pant as well. And in fact, we were being told that around 12:30 p.m. is when the DDCA in fact was also expected to arrive at the Dehradun hospital, where Rishabh Pant in fact has been admitted as of now. We also have Harsha, who's reporting live on this story. Let me go across to Harsha as well. Harsha, speak to us a little bit about the updates as far as the medical condition of Rishabh Pant is concerned, and how really and when exactly can we expect some kind of a statement from the DDCA as well, because they were saying that they will be reaching there at about 12:30 p.m. is what we were being given to understand. What really is the update as far as the medical condition and the DDCA is concerned? Please tell our viewers.
Yes, exactly. If we talk about the medical condition of Rishabh Pant is right now recovering. He is in a much better and stable condition as told by the Max Hospital administration and the BCCI press release which came in yesterday, and the officials who have informed that Rishabh Pant is recovering. He's in a better condition. There's only ligament injury which is in the right leg, which is being seen and monitored by the orthopedic department. Right now we'll show the visuals as there's a press conference is to happen by the DDCA officials who have come here at the Max Hospital to meet Rishabh Pant and the family members. Shortly any press conference is expected at DDCA. Two directors, if we talk, Ashok Sharma and Sham Sundar Sharma, both are here along with the legal advisor Sanjeev Balan, also here at the Max Hospital. Everything is being monitored by BCCI itself at Max Hospital. So DDCA is right now here inside the Max Hospital. The reports of Rishabh Pant will be analyzed, like what kind of ligament injury is it? Is it very serious? It is very deep, because we are getting to know that the knee injury is the matter of concern for the star wicketkeeper Rishabh Pant, because there are many series which he has to play February onwards. He was supposed to go to the Cricket Academy in Bangalore for his training in January and February. He was supposed to play for the Gavaskar Trophy, but whether he will play or not, it depends on his entire recovery. So all eyes are on BCCI decision whether that ligament injury and ligament surgery will take place here at Max Hospital or somewhere in abroad or in the national capital. The final decision will be taken by the BCCI medical team. Therefore, DDCA medical team, DDCA officials and BCCI medical team along with Max Hospital doctors are monitoring the condition of Rishabh Pant. Would like to show you the visuals. That lot of movements is here at the Max Hospital, because SSP, city magistrate and all the police officials are here at the Max Hospital. DDCA officials are themselves here at the Max Hospital. Very important to understand that the condition of Rishabh Pant is normal. He is recovering. He is stable. The one thing is just being monitored. It is his knee injury, and there were some abrasions in the back, which was yesterday looked out by the Max Hospital. The X-ray and MRI scans are done. So shortly we'll expect a media answer which will be given by DDC officials. We are waiting for that only. The press conference will be done, and at 4 p.m. BCCI will issue the health condition of Rishabh Pant. We have to wait for that also. Back to you.
All right, of course, all eyes there, Harsha, and we will be coming back to you for more updates on this story. Of course, we are keeping a very close eye on Rishabh Pant's recovery, the kind of medical updates that we are getting as well. For the moment, moving on to some more breaking updates. Before that, we take a small break.
तो मेरी जनरल अप्रोच ये है कि मैं चाहता हूं हमारा एक भी सिपाही किसी भी फोर्स का ना शहीद हो। ये मेरी स्टार्टिंग पोजीशन है कि मतलब मैं ये नहीं चाहता हूं कि हम इस चीज को कैजुअली लें, कि हम सेना को राजनीतिक फायदे के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं और उसका नुकसान हमारे जवानों को, उनके परिवारों को हो। तो ये मेरे लिए बिल्कुल मतलब सैक्रोसेंट है, मैं ये नहीं करना चाहता हूं, ठीक है। मगर और जो हमारे, मैं समझता हूं जो बॉर्डर पे हमारे जवान आज खड़े हैं, आप मेरी टी शर्ट की बात कर रहे हो, मगर मैं जानता हूं वहां आज खड़े हैं सियाचिन में, उधर हिमालय पे, मैं जानता हूं कि उनको क्या डिफिकल्टीज सामना करनी पड़ती है, और मैं उनसे प्यार करता हूं, हर सोल्जर से, और मैं चाहता हूं कि उनको कुछ ना लगे, चोट ना लगे। जब नेशनल लेवल की लीडरशिप स्ट्रेटेजिकली काम नहीं करती है। इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में, जियोपॉलिटिक्स में एकदम रिस्पॉन्स आता है। और हमारी सरकार ने जो चाइना का मामला है उसको कंप्लीटली मिसहैंडल कर दिया है। ठीक है, और मैं आपको मेरी थिंकिंग है, देखिए हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी का क्या लक्ष्य था और कांग्रेस पार्टी ने सक्सेसफुली क्या किया था कि चाइना को और पाकिस्तान को एक कभी नहीं होने देना है। यह सेंट्रल हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट था। ठीक है, और यह काम हमने बहुत सक्सेसफुली किया, यूपीए 2 तक। आज पाकिस्तान और चाइना एक हो गए हैं, और यह कोई मामूली बात नहीं है, यह बहुत गहरी बात है, यह डेंजरस बात है। ठीक है, और ये क्यों हुए हैं? क्योंकि हमारी सरकार ने मिसहैंडल किया है। हमारी सरकार ने फॉरेन पॉलिसी को मिसहैंडल कर दिया है, और जो ब्रॉड स्ट्रक्चर है फॉरेन पॉलिसी का उसको वो समझे नहीं। ठीक है, अब मैं कह रहा हूं कि ये दो एक हो गए हैं, अब रिस्क है, और कहीं ना कहीं ये कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे। और पहला कदम इन्होंने ढोकलाम में लिया और दूसरा कदम इन्होंने लद्दाख में लिया। मेरे लिए, मेरी व्यू पॉइंट से ये प्रिपरेशन है। अगर नहीं है तो बहुत अच्छा, मगर मुझे लग रहा है कि ये प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं। और मैं सरकार को कह रहा हूं कि इट इज नॉट इफ, इट इज व्हेन। मीनिंग अब आपको पूरी प्रिपरेशन करनी है, और उस प्रिपरेशन में 2-3 चीजों की जरूरत है। सबसे पहले आपको सेना, वायुसेना, नेवी, जो भी हमारे स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं उनकी बात सुननी है। वो क्या कह रहे हैं उनकी बात सुननी है, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करनी है। इसका मतलब जो आप पॉलिटिकल यूज कर रहे हो उसको आपको बंद करना पड़ेगा एकदम। ठीक है, दूसरी बात, जो हमें प्रिकॉशंस लेने हैं, और वो मिलिट्री प्रिकॉशंस हैं मगर नॉन मिलिट्री प्रिकॉशंस हैं, वो आप शुरू कर दीजिए। तीसरी बात, जो बॉर्डर पे हो रहा है उसको आप छुपाइए मत, क्योंकि चाइना को मैसेज जा रहा है। देखिए, चाइना 2000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर हमारी जमीन ले गया है। चाइना को मैसेज, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि कोई अंदर नहीं आया। मैं आपके घर के अंदर आ गया, ठीक है, और फिर मैंने आपसे कहा भैया मैं नहीं, आपने मुझसे कहा कि नहीं, तो आप तो आए नहीं, तो मैं कौन सा मैसेज ले जाऊंगा? तो ये मैसेज उनको जा रहा है। तो हमें क्लियरली ये कहना है भैया आप अंदर आए हो, पब्लिकली कहना आप अंदर आओ, निकलो यहां से। तो ये सरकार इस पे कंफ्यूजन में है, और मैं चाहता हूं कि ये कंफ्यूजन हटे। अब मेरे बारे में क्या करते हैं, जब मैं सरकार की बात करता हूं एकदम कहते हैं मैं आर्मी की बात कर रहा हूं। नहीं, मैं आर्मी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं सरकार की बात कर रहा हूं। सरकार में और आर्मी में फर्क है। सरकार ने गलत निर्णय लिए हैं तो सरकार को आर्मी के पीछे, नेवी के पीछे, एयरफोर्स के पीछे नहीं छुपना चाहिए। ये कायरता है, और सरकार को ओन अप करना चाहिए कि हमने ये किया, ये गलती हुई, अब इसको हम ठीक कर रहे हैं और हम उनको मदद करेंगे। पूरा ऑपोजिशन, सिर्फ मैं नहीं, पूरा ऑपोजिशन सरकार को मदद करेगा। मगर बताइए तो क्या हुआ?
Well, there you have it once again, viewers. Rahul Gandhi making those statements about China and also making those statements, and there is an insult to our forces once again that we see Rahul Gandhi making a statement once again on China as well. Let's get in various voices on this. We have Colonel Rohit Dev joining us on the broadcast for this. Colonel Rohit Dev, thank you for joining us here on Republic TV. Let us decode what Rahul Gandhi just said. We just heard Rahul Gandhi speaking about our forces. We just heard Rahul Gandhi speaking about China. And there is a level of fear psychosis there as well that he is propagating, speaking about how China has a strategy as well and how India's land has been grabbed by China as well. Colonel Rohit Dev, I would request you to decode these statements that have now been made by Rahul Gandhi. And what do you really make of these statements about China and how he has stated that China has taken away parts of Indian land as well?
Firstly, Jain, to your views on this New Year's Eve. Coming to Mr. Rahul Gandhi's statement, so you remember a few days back he made a go off of going on that, commenting on the video about Indian soldiers getting pitai and all that. and that didn't go well with the forces, both serving and veterans. It didn't go well with the nation and the youth and even the diaspora. This gimmick today, which I just heard on your channel just before speaking, is something to, negate that ill effect and try to propagate him and rebrand him to say that he is concerned about the government decisions and not the military actions. I think it's far from truth, and he's trying to hoodwink the system once again. He is a parliamentarian. Let it be very clear. If you want me to tell in Hindi, I will speak in the same language probably. This person is in the parliamentary committee, has been in the defense committee for the longest time. This person is an MP. He's branding himself to be a politician of stature, which he is not. But who stopped him or his party to raise a starred question in the Parliament of India if he was so keen to ask the government what is happening? And I believe when the first day of the winter session, when they're trying to stage a walkout, the Honorable Defense Minister on the floor of the House made a statement about the LAC. If you found that to be unconvincing, there were two more methods to get that answer from the government of the day. You didn't do that. Why are you talking on the streets and on the air where it makes no impact except trying to hoodwink the system and the people of this country? That is first. Second is coming to the LAC itself. I just heard his comment that, that kiddish comment to say that if somebody enters your house and if you say you're not in my house, what kind of a messaging? Now, there are two kinds of people, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who enter your house. They're going to come and steal your stuff, or they're going to come at your knock and find out the address. The case of the LAC, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, is about the latter, where there is ambiguity and there is line of different perception which is going through those areas. So when the Chinese transgressed into Galwan, the Indians called it out and we had a proper kind of a skirmish which led to the martyrdom of our soldiers. They sacrificed themselves, and it also finally led to a lot of casualties on the Chinese side. So the military messaging and the political messaging for the first time, because they had given a free hand to do it, was very unambiguous. So let no Rahul Gandhi of this country try to make a mockery of what is happening on the LAC by putting it into kiddish terms, by putting it into such nonchalant terms that we are.
Well, absolutely. Mockery is the right word that you have used there, Colonel Rohit Dev, as you have spoken about what Rahul Gandhi had just said about China and how there is a level of fear psychosis that we also see in those statements that Rahul Gandhi has now pushed. But also stay on with us as we listen into what the Union Home Minister Amit Shah had to say, and with respect to Indo-China issues as well, and also about the ITBP personnel that to make sure that our country is safe. Let's take a look.
ITBP सभी CAPFs में सबसे दुर्गम क्षेत्र में काम करने वाला हमारा सुरक्षा बल है। हम कल्पना ही नहीं कर सकते कि -42 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के अंदर देश की सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करना कितना दृढ़ मनोबल और उत्कृष्ट देशभक्ति होती है, तभी हो सकता है। और मैं हमेशा सुनिश्चित होता हूं, लेस मात्र भी चिंता नहीं होती है भारत चीन सीमा की, जब हमें मालूम होता है कि मेरे आईटीबीपी का जवान गांव गश्त लगा रहा है या वहां कैंप कर ठहरा है। किसी की मजाल नहीं है भारत की 1 इंच जमीन का भी अतिक्रमण वो कर पाए। आईटीबीपी ने अपने स्थापना काल से विषम भौगोलिक परिस्थितियों में, विषम एटमॉस्फेयर के अंदर और कठिन से कठिन क्षेत्र के अंदर बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है। इसलिए मैंने ठेठ उत्तर के जितने भी राज्यों का दौरा किया है, चाहे अरुणाचल हो, कश्मीर हो, लद्दाख हो, हर जगह पे आईटीबीपी के जवान को हिमवीर कर भारत की जनता बुलाती है, और ये उन्होंने दिया हुआ उपनाम है। और मैं मानता हूं पद्मश्री और पद्म विभूषण से भी बड़ा उपनाम भारत की जनता ने मेरे आईटीबीपी के सिपाही को दिया है। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है, क्योंकि ये सरकारी उपनाम नहीं है।
Slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting you updates on the other side, how the opposition rejects the Bharat Jodo Yatra. Even leaders mock the Yatra, but Vadra Congress, in denial, pitches Rahul as the Prime Minister face.
इनमें है थोड़ा सा, बट कॉन्फिडेंट है, स्माइलिंग है, अच्छे से बात कर रहे हैं, ठीक है। हाँ, काफ़ी देर बात किया, हंस रहा है अच्छे से, और आप सबकी दुआएं हैं, बच्चा बच गया है, बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है।
कब तक वापसी कर सकेंगे मैदान में, क्या अनुमान?
अभी वो डॉक्टर्स डिसाइड करेंगे, वो जो बीसीसीआई डिसाइड करेंगे जी।
सर, क्या यहाँ के डॉक्टर बीसीसीआई की मेडिकल टीम के साथ टच में?
हाँ, पूरे टच में,
इंजरी जो है
हर यहाँ की सारे डॉक्टर्स बीसीसीआई के डॉक्टर से टच में हैं, जैसे अब खुद मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ टच में।
तो आज यहाँ से शिफ्ट करने की कोई प्लानिंग अभी नहीं है?
नहीं कर कोई शिफ्ट।
तो अभी आगे के कुछ दिन मैक्स में यहाँ देहरादून में ही ट्रीटमेंट चलेगा और आप भी कॉन्फिडेंट हैं?
सर, मुझे आगे का तो नहीं पता कितने दिन ट्रीटमेंट क्या रहेगा, पर अभी वो ठीक है, यहीं है।
तो अभी कुछ दिन यहीं पे रहने के आसार है?
अभी रिकवरी हो रही है अच्छे से।
रिकवरी अच्छे से हो रही है।
ही इज स्माइलिंग एंड गॉड इज काइंड एंड ग्रेसफुल।
सर, ऋषभ ने कुछ बताया कि एक्सीडेंट के क्या कारण रहे, कुछ आपकी बात हुई अच्छी?
देखो, रात का टाइम था, वो कहता कुछ बचा रहा था, गड्ढा सा कोई आ गया था, उसको बचा रहा था
गड्ढा से कुछ दिख गया था। फैमिली मेंबर से माता जी से बात हुई है, वो
हाँ,
क्या कह रहे हैं? क्या बेटर ट्रीटमेंट लिए यहाँ से कहीं ले जा सकते हैं? उनकी कुछ ऐसी इच्छा है?
नहीं, ट्रीटमेंट ठीक चल रहा है, अच्छा चल रहा है, डॉक्टर्स टच में हैं, हमारे बीसीसीआई के डॉक्टर्स भी टच में हैं इनसे, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ठीक है। डॉक्टर से मेरी बात हुई है, उनके कंसेप्ट क्लियर हैं। लिगमेंट में है, नहीं कर नहीं, उसका अभी नहीं छड़ा है।
सर, ये वो था कि टो की और नी की एमआरआई नहीं हो पाई थी कल, तो वो आज होगी, कब होगी? कुछ इसके ऊपर बात हुई आपकी?
नहीं, अभी मेरी बात नहीं इसके।
एमआरआई स्कैनिंग कब होगी? नी की
वो बता देंगे आपको, बीसीसीआई की, ये बीसीसीआई को बताएंगे, बीसीसीआई आपको बता देंगे।
प्लास्टिक सर्जरी भी परफॉर्म की गई है सर?
प्लास्टिक
वो
सर्जरी
सिर्फ यहाँ पे था थोड़ा सा,
वो हो गई सर्जरी?
हाँ, वो कल हो गया, वो कल हो गया था। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, ट्रीटमेंट ठीक चल रहा है, बीसीसीआई विल टेक ए डिसीजन। जय शाह जी खुद मॉनिटर कर रहे हैं, अरुण जेटली खुद देख रहे हैं, डोंट वरी अबाउट।
सर, लिगामेंट
हाँ, मदर से मिला था, मदर को सिर्फ ये चाहिए कि डॉक्टर अच्छे हों, उनको वो लेमैन है, अभी मदर है जिनके बच्चे का एक्सीडेंट हुआ।
सर, किस ग्रेड की लिगामेंट इंजरी है सर? इस पे बात में कोई?
उस पर कोई बात नहीं।
किस ग्रेड की है? सर, लिगामेंट से रिपोर्ट आ रही थी ग्रेड 2 है सर।
मैंने देखा कि इसको असेस नहीं किया, वो बीसीसीआई डॉक्टर्स अपने आप।
सर, लिगामेंट इंजरी के बेटर ट्रीटमेंट के लिए लंदन ले जाने की कोई तैयारी, कोई प्लानिंग आपकी है अभी?
मुझे नहीं पता, बीसीसीआई विल डिसाइड।
सर, सामने देखो, ठीक, बट अगर पॉसिबल हुआ तो ले जाया जा सकता है लंदन?
आप ये बताइए, किसी भी प्लेयर को, इंडियन प्लेयर को अगर कहीं जरूरत होगी बेस्ट ट्रीटमेंट की, तो हर जगह ले जा सकता है, कभी भी ले जाया जा सकता है।
तो डॉक्टर्स फिलहाल ऐसा कुछ सजेस्ट नहीं कर रहे हैं कि इन्हें बाहर ले जाने के लिए?
अभी तो और चीज़ों पे वो ध्यान दे रहे हैं, लिगामेंट पे नहीं देख रहे हैं।
आखिरी फैसला हर मामले में बीसीसीआई करेगी?
डॉक्टर्स से टच में है, डॉक्टर्स बेस्ट जो इंडिया के डॉक्टर्स सब डिसाइड करेंगे।
और बीसीसीआई के एक्सपर्ट डॉक्टर्स जो होंगे वो क्या यहाँ पर आ रहे हैं, हमने देखा है?
अभी मुझे कुछ, ठीक है, थैंक यू।
ऋषभ पंत जी फैमिली से बात हुई सर, क्या बताया, क्या
All right, there you have it, the latest and the live reaction, in fact, of the DDCA, in fact, Director Shyam Sundar, who was speaking about the medical condition of Rishabh Pant. We have our correspondent Harsha there also, who had been asking these questions to the DDCA Director Shyam Sundar, who has spoken about Rishabh Pant's recovery and has stated that he will be fine. He is, in fact, recovering, and he is giving us the updates as far as the medical issues that Rishabh Pant had also been facing. It was, remember, a narrow escape for Rishabh Pant in that accident that took place in the wee hours of morning on Friday. Let me also bring in my colleague Harsha on the broadcast. Harsha, you were able to speak with the DDCA as well, officials, and what have you gotten an update as far as the medical condition of Rishabh Pant is concerned? What are the updates that DDCA in fact has also given to you there?
Exactly. We just spoke to DDCA Director Shyam Sundar Sharma. He is still here, and he directly stated that Rishabh Pant is recovering. He is smiling and talking. I had long word with Rishabh Pant. BCCI officials, Jay Shah, and the medical team of BCCI are continuously in touch with Rishabh Pant. And right now, if we talk about shifting of Rishabh Pant, it is not decided as of now. And DDCA Director also stated that Rishabh Pant will be here only because apart from ligament, there are other injuries also which Rishabh Pant has to be taken care of, and the hospital administration and doctors are looking into it. First, Rishabh Pant will recover in that prospect, and after that, ligament surgery has to be done in national capital or somewhere else. That has to be decided by BCCI. But right now, he will be here at Max Hospital only. No shifting will be done today or tomorrow or after 2 to 3 days. The final decision will only be of BCCI. But he stately said that the most injury what Rishabh Pant has got is in the ligament. That's the part which is more affected of Rishabh Pant, and that is what is the concern for BCCI and DDCA. But Rishabh Pant is fine. He is stable. He's talking. He's conscious. He's smiling. And the DDCA official clearly stated that now they are moving back to Delhi. BCCI officials will take the final decision for the ligament, and family is satisfied with the kind of doctors treatment is being given here at the Max Hospital. Back to you.
And that being said, Harsha, we also heard those questions being asked to the DDCA officials as well, as far as Rishabh Pant being shifted to another place is concerned, because since morning we were getting updates that it is likely that he will be moved to New Delhi or some other place as well for further of his, so that he can recover quickly as well. So speak to us a little bit about the condition as of now of Rishabh Pant, and also about whether or not he will be taken from there in Dehradun as well.
See, Rishabh Pant required some plastic surgery because he had a small cut above the eyebrow because of the glass which directly went inside when he was trying to come out of the car. That plastic surgery has been done yesterday evening only. And right now, if we talk about the ligament, doctors here in orthopedic department are not going to touch the ligament area. They will not perform any sort of surgery of Rishabh Pant of ligament injury which is in the knee here, and that will only be the surgery which will be done in national capital or somewhere else. But that decision will be taken by BCCI. Till now, no shifting as of now. The thing which was again and again being said that whether Rishabh Pant will be airlifted to national capital or not, DDCA has officially stated that right now Rishabh Pant is not being airlifted neither to national capital, neither to any other place. He is right now here, and the shifting today or tomorrow will not be done because he is recovering. He is stable. Right now, there are other injuries which doctors are treating of Rishabh Pant. Therefore, right now the recovery and the condition will be monitored here at Max Hospital only. The talks regarding airlifting is not being done. BCCI medical team and Jay Shah is in touch with the doctors, and the final decision will be taken by BCCI after a day or two when Rishabh Pant will fully recover from Max Hospital. Back to you.
All right, Harsha there getting us updates as far as the medical condition of Rishabh Pant is concerned. Viewers, remember we just heard that first reaction coming in fact, of the DDCA as well, as far as how Rishabh Pant is in fact recovering, and that as Harsha was also pointing out, that he will not be...
वॉर में तब हम जनसंघ थे, जनसंघी नहीं। राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ ने इस कदर समर्थन किया था कि नेहरू जी ने न सिर्फ प्रशंसा की थी बल्कि 26 जनवरी में बुलाया था। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, सीखिए कि जिम्मेदार विपक्ष की भूमिका किस ढंग से निभाई जाती है। मैंने कहा सेना को अपना काम करने दीजिए। हम भी कहना चाहते हैं सेना को अपना काम करने दीजिए। बैरक ओबामा ने अपनी किताब द प्रॉमिस लैंड में 2010 में भारत की विजिट के दौरान डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह के संदर्भ से यह लिखा है कि 26/11 के हमले के बाद सेना कड़ी कार्रवाई के लिए तैयार थी, पर उस समय आपकी सरकार ने इसलिए कार्रवाई नहीं की कि आपको लगा उससे उपजे वातावरण से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लाभ ना हो जाए। काम करने दीजिए। वहां से लेके 1960 में जब जनरल करियप्पा ने कहा था तो नेहरू जी ने कार्रवाई नहीं करने दी थी, जैसे हम कर रहे हैं, करने दे रहे हैं, और सेना शौर्य के साथ मैदान मारती हुई दिखाई पड़ती है। अभी कहते हैं कि अर्थव्यवस्था में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग नहीं दिख रही है। अभी भारत ने 20,000 करोड़ रुपए के स्मार्टफोन एक्सपोर्ट किए हैं, बगैर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के हो रहे हैं। हम एयरबस की इंडस्ट्री लग रही है, ब्रह्मोस मिसाइल बन रहा है, हम पहला अपना एयरक्राफ्ट शिप कैरियर बना लिए हैं, बगैर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के हो रहा है। आज दुनिया में मोबाइल की सबसे बड़ी कंपनी सैमसंग की सबसे बड़ी फैक्ट्री भारत में है। हम सेकंड बिगेस्ट प्रोड्यूसर ऑफ मोबाइल हैंडसेट हैं, जो हर व्यक्ति बगैर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के हो रहा है। और उसके बाद कहते हैं देश नीति समझ में नहीं आ रही है। आज रशिया यूक्रेन युद्ध के समय एकमात्र देश भारत है जिसके प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी दोनों से समान रूप से बात कर सकते हैं। पूरे देश ने देखा था कि पुतिन के साथ बात करते हुए उनकी उपस्थिति में यूक्रेन और रशिया दोनों को धन्यवाद दिया था। G20 की अध्यक्षता भारत को मिली है, जहां दुनिया की 2/3 आबादी और 3/4 इकोनॉमी है। के बाद किसी को विदेश नीति नजर नहीं आती। फिर ये कहते हैं दिल्ली आए, विपक्षी दलों ने साथ नहीं दिया, कहते हैं कि कंपल्शन है। आप कंपल्शन नहीं है, रिपल्शन है विपक्षी दलों को आपसे। फिर कुल मिलाकर अपनी तथाकथित भारत जोड़ो यात्रा का सारांश, समन सब्सटेंस क्या बता रहे हैं? मैं नफरत के बाजार में मोहब्बत की दुकान खोलने। अब ये यात्रा शुरू होती केरल से, तो पहले उस नेता को गले लगाते हैं जिसने सड़क पे बीफ पार्टी की थी। तमिलनाडु में आते हैं तो उस पादरी को साथ में लेके चलते हैं जो कहता है कि भारत की धरती से छूने से मेरे पैर गंदे हो जाते हैं, इसलिए मैं जूता पहनता हूं। कर्नाटक में जाते हैं तो कर्नाटक के इनका पूर्व कार्यकारी अध्यक्ष कहता है हिंदू शब्द गंदा है। महाराष्ट्र में जाते हैं तो वीर सावरकर के खिलाफ अनाप शनाप बोलने लगते हैं। और जब गुजरात के नजदीक पहुंचते हैं तो गांधीयंस विद गन कहने वाली मेधा पाटकर, जिसने जमीन आसमान एक कर दिया था कि कच्छ के जगह तक पानी ना पहुंचने पाए नर्मदा सरोवर का, उनको साथ में लेके चलते हैं। टुकड़े टुकड़े वाले नारों वाले लोग आपके साथ चलते हैं तो तमाम नफरती सामान को दुकान में सजाकर मोहब्बत की बात कर रहे हैं। तो मेरे विचार से देश की जनता बहुत समझदार है और इन सारे नफरती सामानों की दुकान अपने आगोश में समाये जब आप दिल्ली में प्रवेश करते हैं और आप कहते हैं विपक्षी दल मेरे साथ आने, तो कोई आता ही नहीं। क्या आप बनना चाहते थे? विपक्षी दलों के मित्र यानी हबीब बनना चाहते थे और विपक्षी एकता के सरपरस्त यानी रकीब बनना चाहते थे। तो दिल्ली में आने के बाद आपकी इस दुकान और आपके सामान की हैसियत वो हो गई जो दिल्ली के आखिरी मुगल बादशाह बहादुर शाह जफर की नज्म की लाइन आप पे फिट बैठती है, राहुल गांधी पे। अब मैं ना किसी का हबीब हूं, ना किसी का रकीब हूं, जो बिगड़ गया वो नसीब हूं, जो उजड़ गया वो दयार हूं, न किसी की आंख का नूर हूं, न किसी के दिल का करार हूं।
All right, so that was the BJP press conference of Sudhanshu Trivedi, in fact, who has hit out against Rahul Gandhi for how he has made those statements about China. And he has also made statements about him being the face for the prime ministerial face, in fact, for the opposition in 2024. And Sudhanshu Trivedi, in fact, has also made those scathing statements about the Bharat Jodo Yatra and has said that these are all optics that are being managed by Rahul Gandhi and by the Congress party. And he has also stated, and in fact he has stated that Rahul Gandhi and the other opposition in fact needs to also learn how to play a responsible role of the opposition as well. In fact, he has also stated that Rahul Gandhi needs to learn how to play the role of a responsible person in the opposition is something that Sudhanshu Trivedi has hit out against Rahul Gandhi as well. In fact, just a few minutes ago, viewers, we had seen how Rahul Gandhi had made those statements about China and had also insulted our forces. And he had stated that, in fact, Chinese had hit our army and that China took our land, to which now we see the BJP has also hit out against Rahul Gandhi. And here's some news in brief, viewers. A missing report has been registered following the disappearance of para-athlete Jyoti Baweja, and brother of Jyoti, Jatin Bajwa, in fact, has stated that he dropped Jyoti at the Janakpuri East metro station at around 5 p.m. on December 19, and she boarded the metro for RK Ashram metro station. Delhi police is unable to locate Jyoti Baweja, a national-level para-athlete who went missing over 12 days ago. The police said that they have received no leads yet in the case. Police said that the para-athlete identified as Jyoti Bajwa was last located near Paharganj, and after that she disappeared. Government has demolished some property of an active terrorist, Amir Khan, who is in Pakistan currently at Pahalgam area of the Anantnag district. Earlier in Pulwama, residence of Jaish commander was also demolished. A massive fire broke out in the Jamia Masjid of Ramban district. Sources claim that fire broke out late last night. No loss of life has been reported, although premises got burned to large extent. Nine people have died and 11 people have been taken to the private hospital for treatment in a horrific road accident on Navsari National Highway. The accident took place after the bus collided with a Fortuner car. Taking stock of the tragic road accident in Navsari, Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his condolences and announced an ex gratia of rupees 2 lakh to be given to the next of kin of each deceased, while those injured would be given rupees 50,000. Assam police arrested 10 people in connection with an oil theft case and seized 2 oil tankers and 4-wheelers. The arrests were made from various parts of Assam and Meghalaya. The CID crime branch of Odisha stepped up in the investigation of the death of 2 Russian nationals in Rayagada, and the crime branch and FSL teams visited the Sai International Hotel where the victims were found dead. Union Home Minister Amit Shah will be laying the foundation stone for the Central Intelligence Training Institute this morning. Sources claim that he will also inaugurate the Indo-Tibetan border Police's residential and non-residential complexes in Bengaluru.
Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has been a flop show. The opposition has rejected it. Even Congress leaders have mocked Rahul's Yatra.
ओरिजिनल भारत जोड़ो से भी ज्यादा भीड़ है ओरिजिनल भारत जोड़ो से भी ज्यादा भीड़.
But the Vadra Congress seems to be in denial. Stoking a fresh controversy, Kamal Nath has now said that Rahul Gandhi will be opposition's prime ministerial face in 2024. Taking its sycophancy to a new level, Kamal Nath even added that Rahul's Bharat Jodo is not politics of power but for the common people of the country. But how will the big statement by Kamal Nath go down with opposition? Now that remains to be seen. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
Time now here for a short break, viewers. Coming up on the other side, Shizan Khan sent to 14-day judicial custody even as he files plea to demand security in jail. And it's a stern message to terrorists. Property of active terrorists demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. Getting you all these updates after a short commercial break.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती है ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling. This grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former
को, जिसको अलग अलग तरह के नाम दे करके उनको टारगेट किया जाता है। सेटलर है, जम्मू कश्मीर में अपना ही रहने वाला, वो जहां पर सेटलर हो गया, ये फैसला करेंगे पाकिस्तान में बैठ करके ये लोग। इसलिए इस तरह की वो गलत नरेशन जो है पहले पैदा करते हैं, जिससे इस तरह की कार्रवाइयों को जस्टिफाई किया जाए। बाहर से आके मजदूर अगर आपके बाग बगीचे में काम करता है, कश्मीर में लोगों के कारोबार में मदद करता है, वो सेटलर कैसे हो गया? उसके शायद पास बेचारे के पास शायद एक कमरे का रहने का ढंग का कोई कहीं कहीं इंतजाम भी नहीं होता है। तो इस तरीके से मैं जितनी भी कार्रवाइयाँ पीछे हुई, नॉन लोकल लेबरर के खिलाफ जो कार्रवाई हुई, उनको अगर आप एनालाइज करें तो किसी के घर के सहन में कहीं एक टूटे कमरे में रहता है, कोई 3-4 लोग मिलकर के जो मजदूरी करते हैं, कहीं एक टूटा शेड किसी का बाहर किराए पे ले रखा उसमें रहते हैं, जिनको सेटलर का नाम दे के टारगेट किया जाता है। सो इस तरह की जो नरेटिव है वो बिल्कुल मोटिवेटेड है, बिल्कुल फॉल्स है, बिल्कुल जो मिस्चीवियस है, और इस तरह के नरेटिव के तहत टारगेटिंग करना जो है वो एक इनका काम बन गया है, जिससे एक डर का माहौल पैदा किया जा सके। मैंने आपको पहले ही बताया कि इस तरह की कार्रवाइयों में जितने भी मॉड्यूल शामिल थे, एक केस को छोड़ करके सब के सब मॉड्यूल हम लोग खत्म कर चुके हैं और खत्म करते जाएंगे, छोड़ेंगे नहीं। चाहे उनका कहीं से भी साजिश बनाने का सिलसिला हो, कहीं एग्जीक्यूट करने वाला बंदा कहीं से भी शामिल हो। अभी जो धमकियां फमकियां, ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ मिनॉरिटी के खाते में, कभी पुलिस के खाते में, कभी फोर्स के खाते में, जो काम करता है, जो जमीन पे चलता है, उसको सब किसी को थोड़ा बहुत खतरा ऐसे माहौल में रहता है। सड़क पे चलते अगर एक्सीडेंट का खतरा हो तो सड़क पे चलना बंद किया जा सकता है क्या? कल को कोई इस तरह की धमकी दे के अपना घर पे बैठ जाओ तो घर पे बैठ जाएंगे क्या? हमें तो कार्रवाई करनी है उसके खिलाफ, और वो कार्रवाई हम कर रहे हैं, और वो कार्रवाई और सख्ती से करेंगे।
दिलबाग सिंह जी, जो बात है, एक सवाल मेरा है, मिलिटेंसी पे आपने बहुत काबू पाया हुआ है, मगर ट्रैफिक हादसों पे रोज मृत्युएं होती है, मरते रहते हैं, इसके ऊपर कोई लगाम नहीं लगाई जा रही है। क्या वजह है कि ये डिपार्टमेंट
ट्रैफिक के खाते में ट्रैफिक डिपार्टमेंट बेलगाम नहीं है, बल्कि ज्यादातर ड्राइवर बेलगाम होता है। मेजॉरिटी अगर एनालाइज किया जाए इन केसेस को जो एक्सीडेंट के होते हैं, तो उसमें ह्यूमन फैक्टर आता है, टेक्निकल फैक्टर बाद में आते हैं, और ह्यूमन फैक्टर में ड्राइवर खुद शामिल होता है। आजकल नए नए साधन बन गए हैं, नई गाड़ी खरीदने का, बैंक से लोन उठाया, गाड़ी ली, परिवार को साथ बैठाया, गाड़ी सीखी नहीं है मगर परिवार को पहले साथ में बैठा लेते हैं गाड़ी के लिए, और बाद में पता चलता है गाड़ी चुनाव में चली गई। तो मैं ये समझता हूँ कि जहाँ ट्रैफिक के साथ ड्राइविंग का जो निजाम है, ड्राइवर काबिल है गाड़ी पे बैठने के नहीं, उसको चेक करना ज़्यादा जरूरी है। रोड इंजीनियरिंग के इश्यूज़ हैं, क्योंकि हमारी सड़कें नए सिरे से तामीर हो रही हैं, कहीं कहीं वो एक इश्यूज़ हैं जिनको अभी एड्रेस किया जा रहा है, पहले से और बेहतर हो गई हैं रोड्स हमारी, मुझे उम्मीद है कि और ज़्यादा हो जाएंगी, वो इश्यूज़ हैं। और जहाँ तक ट्रैफिक रेगुलेशन का सवाल है, ट्रैफिक रेगुलेशन जैसे मैंने कहा पहले से बेहतर हुई है, उसको और बेहतर करने जा रहे हैं।
सर, सिंद्रा वाला जो एनकाउंटर है सर, उसकी जांच कहां तक पहुंची है? मिलिटेंट्स के बारे में कुछ पता लगा, कब आए थे, और जो ड्राइवर है सर उसकी तलाश कहां है?
उस केस में
All right, so we have just heard the Jammu and Kashmir DGP, in fact, speaking about the kind of terrorist activities that are being carried out there in Jammu and Kashmir, and how the forces have been successful in also overpowering various terrorist activities there in Jammu and Kashmir. That was Dilbag Singh, the DGP of Jammu and Kashmir, in fact speaking about the terrorist activities being conducted there in the Kashmir Valley.
Terror group TRF has issued another set of threat to the Kashmiri Pandit. Another list of the Kashmiri Pandit has been shared by the terror group TRF, which is a Lashkar-backed group, and this is the 5th threat letter that has been issued by the terror group against the Kashmiri Pandits. And the Kashmiri Pandits here are demanding the protest for over 200 days, and they are saying that only solution they are seeking is the relocation out of the Kashmir Valley, as continuous threats are being issued to the Kashmiri Pandit community. कल एक और थ्रेट लेटर आया है जिसमें कहा गया है कि अब इन्हें टारगेट बनाया जाएगा. लगातार लिस्ट के टेरर ग्रुप जो है वो अपलोड्स कर रहे हैं.
यस, वही एक सबसे बड़ा क्वेश्चन है कि ये टेरर लिस्ट, जो थ्रेट लिस्ट, हिट लिस्ट कह सकते हैं आप, अलॉन्ग विद नेम, ये कंटिन्यूसली आ रही है. और एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन का पहला काम था इस पे रोक लगाना. क्या वो कामयाब हुए इसमें रोक लगाने में? एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन आज ये बताए मई 12 के बाद घाटी के हालातों में आपने ऐसा क्या चेंज किया जिसकी वजह से कश्मीरी पंडित एम्प्लॉयज वहां ड्यूटी कर सके? क्या आपने एक भी चेंज सजेस्ट की? क्या आप ऐसा कर पाए? लेकिन नहीं, आपने जो काम सबसे क्विकली किया वो था इनको ऑप्रेस करना, इनको सप्रेस करना, इनकी सैलरीज बंद करके इनकी हार्डशिप बढ़ाना. यू टोटली फेल्ड to save the lives of minorities in Kashmir.
एक तरफ से गवर्नमेंट हमें हैरास कर रही है कि सैलरीज बंद. हम तो गवर्नमेंट से यही पिछले 1 साल से यही कह रहे हैं, जब से ये प्रोटेस्ट चल रहा है, कि हमारी जान बचाइए और हमें रिलोकेट जम्मू कीजिए, जम्मू के आरसी हाउस में अटैच कीजिए. हमने और क्या मांगा है गवर्नमेंट से?
लगातार जो कश्मीरी पंडित समुदाय है वो यहाँ पर विरोध प्रदर्शन कर रहा है और एक ही मांग है कि इन्हें जो है जम्मू रिलोकेट किया जाए. कश्मीर घाटी से हाथों में ये तख्तियाँ लिए ये मांग कर रहे हैं कि क्या सरकार एक और मसैकर का इंतजार कर रही है और तभी कश्मीरी पंडितों को जो है वो कश्मीर घाटी से स्थानांतरित किया जाएगा.
And taking a short break here now, viewers, getting you all the updates on the other side of how the battle for Karnataka has intensified, and it's a mega BJP versus Congress face-off over the quota politics.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the 2-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती है, ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the 2-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists
All right, welcome back, viewers. Coming across to some breaking updates that we are picking up as far as the meeting between the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel is concerned with the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. In fact, we had seen earlier in the day that the Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Bhupesh Baghel had called on the Prime Minister Narendra Modi in Delhi. The two leaders, in fact, had also had a meeting. And there you have the pictures of the two leaders meeting. in New Delhi. And slipping into a very short break here now, viewers, getting you updates on the other side of how it's a stern message to the terrorists. Property of active terrorists demolished in the Anantnag's Pahalgam district.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की
गई वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ 101% वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they...
The thing that the Chinese have done is that now they are buying Indian COVID vaccines on the black market. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll have you know that buying Indian COVID vaccines in China is illegal. But the problem is that the Chinese don't trust their own drugs. So there is an illegal trading of Indian vaccines which is happening on Chinese social media. Common Chinese don't have access to global social media. They're not there on Twitter or Facebook because all these are banned and blocked inside China. But on local Chinese social media platforms, they are trading Indian drugs.
It's 2:30 viewers, and here are the headlines. Shizan Khan sent to 14-day judicial custody even as he files plea to demand security in jail. Cricketer Rishabh Pant recovering and as of now not going to be shifted to Delhi for further treatments. Stern message to terrorists, property of active terrorists demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. Rattled by constant crackdown, Lashkar offshoot issues fresh hit list of Kashmiri Pandit employees. Battle for Karnataka intensifies. It's a mega BJP versus Congress face-off over the quota politics. Opposition rejects Bharat Jodo. Even leaders mock the Yatra, but Vadra Congress in denial pitches Rahul as the prime ministerial face. Thank you for tuning into Republic TV viewers. We are keeping a close watch on some of the biggest stories for you today here on the Saturday afternoon. And of course, one of the biggest stories that we're tracking is that of Rahul Gandhi, who has once again made those statements about China and has also insulted our forces in the same time as well. And of course, we also see the kind of backlash that he's also facing from the BJP now, who has sent out these scathing statements of condemnation for Rahul Gandhi for insulting our forces. And they have also said that Rahul Gandhi, in fact, indulging in also spreading fear psychosis when it comes to India-China issues as well, when it comes to Tawang. Let's also listen in, viewers, as to what Rahul Gandhi had to say about our forces.
तो मेरी जनरल अप्रोच ये है कि मैं चाहता हूं हमारा एक भी सिपाही किसी भी फोर्स का ना शहीद हो। ये मेरी स्टार्टिंग पोजीशन है कि मतलब मैं ये नहीं चाहता हूं कि हम इस चीज को कैजुअली लें, कि हम सेना को राजनीतिक फायदे के लिए यूज कर रहे हैं और उसका नुकसान हमारे जवानों को, उनके परिवारों को हो। तो ये मेरे लिए बिल्कुल मतलब सैक्रोसेंट है, मैं ये नहीं करना चाहता हूं, ठीक है। मगर और जो हमारे, मैं समझता हूं जो बॉर्डर पे हमारे जवान आज खड़े हैं, आप मेरी टी शर्ट की बात कर रहे हो, मगर मैं जानता हूं वहां आज खड़े हैं सियाचिन में, उधर हिमालय पे, मैं जानता हूं कि उनको क्या डिफिकल्टीज सामना करनी पड़ती है, और मैं उनसे प्यार करता हूं, हर सोल्जर से, और मैं चाहता हूं कि उनको कुछ ना लगे, चोट ना लगे। जब नेशनल लेवल की लीडरशिप स्ट्रेटेजिकली काम नहीं करती है, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में, जियोपॉलिटिक्स में एकदम रिस्पॉन्स आता है। और हमारी सरकार ने जो चाइना का मामला है उसको कंप्लीटली मिसहैंडल कर दिया है, ठीक है। और मैं आपको मेरी थिंकिंग है, देखिए हमारी फॉरेन पॉलिसी का क्या लक्ष्य था और कांग्रेस पार्टी ने सक्सेसफुली क्या किया था कि चाइना को और पाकिस्तान को एक कभी नहीं होने देना है। यह सेंट्रल हमारा कॉन्सेप्ट था, ठीक है। और यह काम हमने बहुत सक्सेसफुली किया, यूपीए 2 तक। आज पाकिस्तान और चाइना एक हो गए, और यह कोई मामूली बात नहीं है, यह बहुत गहरी बात है, यह डेंजरस बात है, ठीक है। और यह क्यों हुए हैं? क्योंकि हमारी सरकार ने मिसहैंडल किया है, हमारी सरकार ने फॉरेन पॉलिसी को मिसहैंडल कर दिया है, और जो ब्रॉड स्ट्रक्चर है फॉरेन पॉलिसी का उसको वो समझे नहीं, ठीक है। अब मैं कह रहा हूं कि ये दो एक हो गए हैं, अब रिस्क है, और कहीं ना कहीं ये कुछ ना कुछ करेंगे। और पहला कदम इन्होंने ढोकलाम में लिया और दूसरा कदम इन्होंने लद्दाख में लिया। मेरे लिए, मेरी व्यू पॉइंट से ये प्रिपरेशन है, अगर नहीं है तो बहुत अच्छा, मगर मुझे लग रहा है कि ये प्रिपरेशन कर रहे हैं। और मैं सरकार को कह रहा हूं कि इट इज नॉट इफ, इट इज व्हेन, मीनिंग अब आपको पूरी प्रिपरेशन करनी है, और उस प्रिपरेशन में 2-3 चीजों की जरूरत है। सबसे पहले आपको सेना, वायुसेना, नेवी, जो भी हमारे स्ट्रक्चर्स हैं उनकी बात सुननी है, वो क्या कह रहे हैं उनकी बात सुननी है, उसकी रिस्पेक्ट करनी है। इसका मतलब जो आप पॉलिटिकल यूज कर रहे हो उसको आपको बंद करना पड़ेगा एकदम, ठीक है। दूसरी बात, जो हमें प्रिकॉशंस लेने हैं, और वो मिलिट्री प्रिकॉशंस हैं मगर नॉन मिलिट्री प्रिकॉशंस है, वो आप शुरू कर दीजिए। तीसरी बात, जो बॉर्डर पे हो रहा है उसको आप छुपाइए मत, क्योंकि चाइना को मैसेज जा रहा है। देखिए, चाइना 2000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर हमारी जमीन ले गया है। चाइना को मैसेज, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि कोई अंदर नहीं आया, मैं आपके घर के अंदर आ गया, ठीक है। और फिर मैंने आपसे कहा भैया मैं नहीं, आपने मुझसे कहा कि नहीं, तो आप तो आए नहीं, तो मैं कौन सा मैसेज ले जाऊंगा? तो ये मैसेज उनको जा रहा है। तो हमें क्लियरली ये कहना है भैया आप अंदर आए हो, पब्लिकली कहना आप अंदर आओ, निकलो यहां से। तो ये सरकार इस पे कंफ्यूजन में है और मैं चाहता हूं कि ये कंफ्यूजन हटे। अब मेरे बारे में क्या करते हैं, जब मैं सरकार की बात करता हूं एकदम कहते हैं मैं आर्मी की बात कर रहा हूं। नहीं, मैं आर्मी की बात नहीं कर रहा हूं, मैं सरकार की बात कर रहा हूं। सरकार में और आर्मी में फर्क है। सरकार ने गलत निर्णय लिए हैं तो सरकार को आर्मी के पीछे, नेवी के पीछे, एयरफोर्स के पीछे नहीं छुपना चाहिए, ये कायरता है। और सरकार को ओन अप करना चाहिए कि हमने ये किया, ये गलती हुई, अब इसको हम ठीक कर रहे हैं और हम उनको मदद करेंगे। पूरा ऑपोजिशन, सिर्फ मैं नहीं, पूरा ऑपोजिशन सरकार को मदद करेगा। मगर बताइए तो क्या हुआ।
So that was just Rahul Gandhi speaking about the China issue, speaking about Tawang, and also insulting our security forces as well, also pushing fear psychosis in a way when it comes to the Indo-China issue as well, to which now we also see the Union Home Minister Amit Shah responding and speaking about the ITBP personnel and how they are the ones who keep our country safe and that China cannot take even an inch of the Indian land as well. Let's listen it.
सभी सीएपीएफ्स में सबसे दुर्गम क्षेत्र में काम करने वाला हमारा सुरक्षा बल है। हम कल्पना ही नहीं कर सकते कि -42 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के अंदर देश की सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करना कितना दृढ़ मनोबल और उत्कृष्ट देशभक्ति होती है, तभी हो सकता है। और मैं हमेशा सुनिश्चित होता हूं, लेस मात्र भी चिंता नहीं होती है भारत चीन सीमा की, जब हमें मालूम होता है कि मेरे आईटीबीपी का जवान गांव गश्त लगा रहा है या वहां कैंप कर ठहरा है। किसी की मजाल नहीं है भारत की 1 इंच जमीन का भी अतिक्रमण वो कर पाए। आईटीबीपी ने अपने स्थापना काल से विषम भौगोलिक परिस्थितियों में, विषम एटमॉस्फेयर के अंदर और कठिन से कठिन क्षेत्र के अंदर बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है। इसलिए मैंने ठेठ उत्तर के जितने भी राज्यों का दौरा किया है, चाहे अरुणाचल हो, कश्मीर हो, लद्दाख हो, हर जगह पे आईटीबीपी के जवान को हिमवीर कर भारत की जनता बुलाती है और ये उन्होंने दिया हुआ उपनाम है। और मैं मानता हूं पद्मश्री और पद्म विभूषण से भी बड़ा उपनाम भारत की जनता ने मेरे आईटीबीपी के सिपाही को दिया है। ये बहुत बड़ी उपलब्धि है क्योंकि ये सरकारी उपनाम नहीं है।
And it was not just the Union Home Minister Amit Shah who has also spoken about our security forces and has spoken about how security forces have kept us safe, but it is also the BJP that has now hit out against Rahul Gandhi and has also condemned Rahul Gandhi's statements as well. Here's what Sudhanshu Trivedi of the BJP had to say.
विपक्ष की जिम्मेदार भूमिका कैसे निभाना है, यह भाजपा से सीखिए। याद करिए 2013 की केदारनाथ की क्राइसिस के समय मोदी जी ने बतौर मुख्यमंत्री किस ढंग से सहयोग किया था। याद करिए जब नवाज शरीफ ने बतौर पाकिस्तान के प्राइम मिनिस्टर हमारे तत्कालीन प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी के बारे में आपत्तिजनक, अपमानजनक शब्द बोले थे, तो उन्होंने मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में कहा था, कौन होता है पाकिस्तान का प्रधानमंत्री 125 करोड़ भारतवासियों के प्रधानमंत्री डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह जी के बारे में बोलने वाला। याद करिए 1995 में जेनेवा में किस ढंग से अटल जी गए थे नरसिम्हा राव सरकार का समर्थन करते हुए। याद करिए 1971 के वॉर के समय इंदिरा जी का कैसे समर्थन किया था। और 62 की चाइना वॉर में तब हम जनसंघ थे, जनसंघी नहीं, राष्ट्रीय स्वयंसेवक संघ ने इस कदर समर्थन किया था कि नेहरू जी ने ना सिर्फ प्रशंसा की थी बल्कि 26 जनवरी में बुलाया था। इसलिए मैं कहता हूं, सीखिए कि जिम्मेदार विपक्ष की भूमिका किस ढंग से निभाई जाती है। मैंने कहा सेना को अपना काम करने दीजिए। हम भी कहना चाहते हैं सेना को अपना काम करने दीजिए। बैरक ओबामा ने अपनी किताब द प्रॉमिस लैंड में 2010 में भारत की विजिट के दौरान डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह के संदर्भ से यह लिखा है कि 26/11 के हमले के बाद सेना कड़ी कार्रवाई के लिए तैयार थी, पर उस समय आपकी सरकार ने इसलिए कार्रवाई नहीं की कि आपको लगा उससे उपजे वातावरण से भारतीय जनता पार्टी को लाभ ना हो जाए। काम करने दीजिए। वहां से लेके 1960 में जब जनरल करियप्पा ने कहा था तो नेहरू जी ने कार्रवाई नहीं करने दी थी, जैसे हम कर रहे हैं, करने दे रहे हैं, और सेना शौर्य के साथ मैदान मारती हुई दिखाई पड़ती है।
And there you have it, viewers. Rahul Gandhi also talks about Tawang, talks about our forces, talks about the Indo-China issue as well. He in fact makes it a point to insult the forces once again. And in fact, he also says that China is the one that captured our land and that the government in fact is hiding China grabbed land, and it is an ultimate insult that we see that is doled out to our forces once again by Rahul Gandhi, where we see that after the Chinese hit our army claim, Rahul Gandhi says China took our land as well. We also have Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP joining me here on the broadcast. Shehzad, thank you for speaking to Republic once again. And we see once again Rahul Gandhi insulting our forces. Once again Rahul Gandhi pushing this fear psychosis when it comes to the China issue. But we also hear Union Home Minister Amit Shah, who has stated that not even an inch of land can be taken by the Chinese as well. But speak to us about what Rahul Gandhi has just said.
You see, whole year has passed, but Rahul Gandhi and his character has not changed. And yet again, Rahul Gandhi की एक ही पहचान, सेना का करो अपमान, चाइना का करो गुणगान. He says BJP is his guru. He should learn from BJP how to not do Rajniti and Rashtriya Suraksha. Fact of the matter is that the armed forces of this country have defended this country, Doklam, Galwan or Tawang. Not an inch of land has been conceded, has been said by the armed forces. But on the last day of the year also, Rahul Gandhi, because he's tied up to Chinese propaganda and Chinese money and Chinese MOU, peddles a lie that the land has been taken away by the Chinese. This is the man whose family gave away 38,000 square kilometers. This is the man whose family and party allowed 640 square kilometers to be incurred. Tia Pangna, Bloomcherry, Demjock, all of this was given up by his family when they were signing MOUs. And today, he doubts the bravery of our armed forces. Says China pitai karta hai sena ki. Then he makes accusations on the armed forces. And now he says that the armed forces has allowed the land to be taken away by China. This is the mindset of Rahul Gandhi. पूरा वर्ष निकल गया परंतु मानसिकता नहीं बदली है. He says that he follows BJP and BJP is the guru of Rahul Gandhi. No, it seems that China and Xi Jinping is the guru of Rahul Gandhi. That's why he keeps peddling their propaganda. Maybe Global Times is his guru.
All right. Thank you, Shehzad, for joining us here on Republic and sharing your perspective when it comes to Rahul Gandhi and the latest insult that he has doled out to our forces. Once again, viewers, where we see Rahul Gandhi commenting upon the China issue, and after we had seen those statements coming in about Tawang that he had also made when it comes to the Indo-China issue as well. And he had earlier also stated that the Chinese in fact had hit our forces. And now we see that Rahul Gandhi once again in another statement that he has made has insulted our forces and has stated that China has taken our land as well. In fact, viewers, we are getting various voices on this issue as well. In fact, we also have Major General Sanjay Soy, and he is in fact a defense expert who's joining us here. Thank you, Major General, for speaking to us here at Republic. And also, I would want you to comment upon the kind of statements that we have seen today Rahul Gandhi making. As far as the earlier statements are also concerned, he had spoken about Tawang and once again has also insulted our forces. Your first thoughts on the kind of statements that he has made about China, the kind of fear psychosis that he's also pushing about China as well.
Thank you, Priyanka ji. In fact, as a veteran from Indian Army, I feel deeply hurt, sad. I feel like, what am I doing here as an Indian Army soldier? I mean, if the political statement, these kind of statements are made by Mr. Rahul Gandhi, which questions the Indian Army, the people who are deployed on minus 50 degrees, sitting on the borders, their families are celebrating New Year here, and they are celebrating New Year there alone, all by themselves, because they are sitting on the border. And as if Mr. Rahul Gandhi has made this statement, as if he's sitting in the Tawang. He was sitting there, watching the whole thing happening. I mean, you can't think, I can't imagine, what is he trying to do? Is he trying to lower the image of Indian armed forces among the people? He's sadly mistaken. This is absolutely the biggest fault he is doing. Because every Indian knows, the people know, that the most trustworthy organization in the India, if it is there, that is the Indian Armed Forces are there. In fact, there are many surveys on this. Which organization you trust more, and that is the Indian Armed Forces. And if he is questioning the veracity, if he is questioning the our dedication, commitment, the people who are making sacrifices there, that's very, very unfortunate. Very sad, I would say. I mean, I can't think of any Indian making such statement. What is he trying to do? What is he trying to say? That's very... I mean, I'm just, my blood is boiling. In fact, that's what I can say, that it's very, very unfortunate. And imagine the claims he's making. They've been trying to do this earlier also, whether it is the Balakot strike, whether it is the surgical strike. Every time they are trying to question what armed forces have done. And this is where, whether it is a Galwan or now, if people have got hurt, obviously, if there's a fight, fist fight, the fight is there, some people will get hurt. One has to see that why they got hurt and how many casualties they inflicted on the other side. And what is it? Was it this land is personal land? The people who are protecting them? It is a, because I would say it is personal also, because this is our motherland. We are there on the border to save every inch. People did not let the fence come up there. Had the fence come up, had the soldiers not been alert, imagine the kind of reactive scenario we would have faced. There's a kind of alertness, and he's coaching that alertness. He's coaching the dedication.
Well, absolutely. Major General Sanjay Soi, I absolutely understand the emotions with which you're talking about Rahul Gandhi, the emotions with which you are speaking about how Rahul Gandhi has also insulted our forces, understandably so. Sir, thank you for speaking to us here on Republic TV. Viewers, we are going to be keeping a very close watch on this developing story. For the moment, slipping into a very short break. And on the other side, we get you details of how the opposition rejects Bharat Jodo. Even leaders mock the Yatra, but Vadra Congress, in denial, pitches Rahul as the prime ministerial face. And rattled by the constant crackdown, Lashkar offshoot issues fresh hit list of Kashmiri Pandit employees. Getting you all of these updates after a short break.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101% वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101% वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
In the wee hours of Saturday, a horrific road accident took place on Navsari National Highway 48. At least 9 were reported dead, while 11 others sustained major injuries after a bus collided with a Fortuner car. The SUV Fortuner car was carrying 9 passengers, all of them succumbed to the injuries on the spot. While the injured passengers were rushed to the hospital, their condition remains to be critical. Taking stock of the tragic incident, Union Home Minister Amit Shah expressed his condolences.
अहमदाबाद बॉम्बे हाईवे पर परथान गांव के पास नाज होटल है, उसके पास एक लग्जरी और एक फॉर्च्यून कार के बीच में एक्सीडेंट हुआ है। इसमें टोटल 9 लोग की डेथ हो गई है। एक सीरियस सूरत रिफ़र किया गया है और जो लग्जरी में बैठे थे वो कई लोगों को इंजरी हुई है।
A probe has now been launched into the accident. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Time now here for a short break, viewers. Coming up on the other side, stern message to terrorists, property of active terrorists demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. Getting you all of these updates after a short break.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made.
The Jammu and Kashmir administration bulldozed a one-story building at Lewar village in Pahalgam that belonged to terror group Hizbul Mujahideen's commander Amir Khan. According to sources, Ghulam Nabi Khan alias Amir Khan is a top operational commander of the Hizbul Mujahideen. He crossed over to Pakistan-occupied Kashmir in the early 90s. Jammu and Kashmir government demolished properties of Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist commander Amir Khan at Pahalgam in Anantnag district. This comes 3 weeks after the house of Jaish-e-Mohammed militant commander Ashik Nehru was demolished in Pulwama district. Nehru is a wanted JEM commander and an accused in the 2019 Pulwama attack in which 40 CRPF personnel were killed. India's mega crackdown on in full swing. Forces going all out on wiping out terrorists from the valley. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ,
Rahul Gandhi's Bharat Jodo Yatra has been a flop show. The opposition has rejected it. Even Congress leaders have mocked Rahul's yatra.
विधानसभा में ओरिजिनल भारत जोड़ो से भी ज्यादा भीड़ है, ओरिजिनल भारत जोड़ो से भी ज्यादा भीड़.
But the Vadra Congress seems to be in denial. Stoking a fresh controversy, Kamal Nath has now said that Rahul Gandhi will be opposition's prime ministerial face in 2024. Taking its sycophancy to a new level, Kamal Nath even added that Rahul's Bharat Jodo is not politics of power but for the common people of the country. But how will the big statement by Kamal Nath go down with opposition? Now that remains to be seen. Bureau Report for Republic TV.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की
गई वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling. This grass they were carrying in, and this is the kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई
वही मेरे को दुख है. मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ 101 तक का वो मर्डर है. सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's dive right into the top stories this hour on Superfast 50. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi insulted the forces once again while talking about the Chinese incursion at the LAC. He went on to say that it is the Indian government that has been hiding facts about the Indian land that China has captured.
जब नेशनल लेवल की लीडरशिप स्ट्रेटेजिकली काम नहीं करती है, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में, जियोपॉलिटिक्स में एकदम रिस्पॉन्स आता है. और हमारी सरकार ने जो चाइना का मामला है उसको कंप्लीटली मिसहैंडल कर दिया है.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah has spoken about the India-China border issue and said that he is not worried about the India-China border as the ITBP personnel are on guard there. He also asserted that no one can occupy even an inch of India's land.
ITBP सभी CAPFs में सबसे दुर्गम क्षेत्र में काम करने वाला हमारा सुरक्षा बल है. हम कल्पना ही नहीं कर सकते कि -42 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के अंदर देश की सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करना कितना दृढ़ मनोबल और उत्कृष्ट देशभक्ति होती है, तभी हो सकता है.
After Kamal Nath declared Rahul Gandhi to be the opposition's prime ministerial face for 2024, the BJP hit out at Kamal Nath saying that the Bharat Jodo Yatra was nothing but a rebuilding image campaign by the grand old party.
Has Mamata Banerjee ji, Nitish Kumar ji, Arvind Kejriwal ji, KCR ji, Mayawati ji, Akhilesh ji, Arvind Kejriwal ji, all of them endorsed this? Is this the reason why they are keeping away from the so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra? And today it's clear that this is not a Bharat Jodo Yatra. This is, for Rahul Gandhi, a Satta Jodo Yatra. It is not a Pad Yatra. It is a Padon ke liye yatra, a yatra for post. It is a yatra for relaunch, repackaging of Rahul Gandhi for 2024.
Team India cricketer Rishabh Pant had a lucky escape yesterday when his car had a horrific accident. In the latest update, an image of the X-ray report of Rishabh Pant has been accessed by Republic, where notably a ligament tear in his right knee is clearly evident. A team of Delhi District Cricket Association (DDCA) visited the Max Hospital in Dehradun to monitor Rishabh Pant's health. If required, they may shift him to Delhi. However, it is to be noted that Pant's health has been improving.
बहुत गंभीर इंजरी नहीं होना पाया गया है और
Actors Anupam Kher and Anil Kapoor reached the Max Hospital in Dehradun to meet the family members of cricketer Rishabh Pant. Talking exclusively to Republic, Anupam Kher confirmed that Pant is now in a better condition.
बस उनकी तबीयत पूछी, उनकी माताजी से मिले और उनके लिए प्रार्थना की, सारे देश की प्रार्थनाएं उनके पास लेके गए और कपूर साहब और मैं एज फैंस गए थे. That's it.
ऋषभ बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छे से बेटर है सर?
Much better, हाँ.
In a setback for actor Shizan in the Tunisia death case, his judicial custody has been extended for 14 days. Shizan was arrested for allegedly abetting the suicide of his co-actor Tunisha Sharma. The Karnataka Congress state in charge, Randeep Surjewala, hit out at the Union Home Minister Amit Shah. This after the latter had hit out at Siddaramaiah for releasing over 1,700 PFI cadres. Soon after, Mamata Banerjee refused to go atop a stage after Jai Shri Ram chants echoed during the Vande Bharat launch event yesterday. The BJP has now hit out at the West Bengal government.
में वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग में हिस्सा लिया, उसमें ममता बनर्जी जय श्री राम के नारों से चिढ़ गई और वो मंच पर नहीं बैठी.
इन लोगों का स्तर इतना गिर चुका है कि राजनीति के तौर पर अपने धर्म, अपनी आस्था को छोड़ने को तैयार है. बाकी मुझे लगता है कभी कभी इनका डीएनए टेस्ट भी हो तो बहुत कुछ सामने आएगा. शुक्रिया.
With COVID alarm bells ringing even in India, MOS for Health, Dr. Bharti Pawar today reviewed the RT-PCR testing facilities for passengers coming in from at-risk countries at the Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru. Also, viewers, External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar attended a business event in Cyprus, strongly condemning terror attempts. Jaishankar said that there will be no compromise on the core issues like terrorism because no country has suffered terrorism as much as India has.
From the policies and the performance of the Modi government is that on core issues there is no compromise. That we are very clear that because no country has suffered as much from terrorism as we have done.
Talking about the tensions between India and China, External Affairs Minister Jaishankar said that there are challenges on our borders which have intensified during COVID. He added that relations with China are not normal at the moment.
The second, of course, is our borders, and we have challenges on our borders. The challenges on the borders intensified during the COVID period. And you all know that today the state of our relations with China are not normal. They are not normal because we will not agree to any attempt to change the line of actual control unilaterally.
The crime branch in Odisha has stepped up its investigation of the death of two Russian nationals in Rayagada. The crime branch and forensic teams visited the Sai International Hotel in Rayagada, where two Russian citizens were found dead 2 days apart. The RSS will organize a coordination meeting of its office bearers, affiliated organizations, and the BJP in Goa between January 5th and 6th. The meeting will review the progress on the issues that were discussed in the All India Executive meeting held in Raipur recently. In a big win for the forces in Jammu and Kashmir, the ADGP has informed that almost 42 Pakistani terrorists were killed in this year in Kashmir. He also informed that a big blow was dealt to the Lashkar-e-Toiba and its affiliate, the TRF, this year, as 108 terrorists of their outfits were neutralized. The government has demolished the property of an active terrorist, Amir Khan, who is in Pakistan at the moment. The demolition process was carried out at Pahalgam in Anantnag district. Earlier in Pulwama, the residence of Jaish commander was also demolished. A missing report has been registered following the disappearance of para-athlete Jyoti Baweja. The Delhi police is unable to locate her. A national-level para-athlete is whom we're talking about. She had gone missing over 12 days ago. She was last located near Paharganj before she disappeared. In the latest update in a ragging incident at a college that came to light from Karnataka, the college has now issued a statement and termed all of the allegations baseless. After the dental college in Karnataka denied the ragging claims, Republic has exposed the lies there. An apology letter has been accessed, which clearly shows how the accused had apologized to the victim who has alleged ragging, brutal ragging. The teaching program of Buddhist Guru Dalai Lama, His Holiness, started at the Kala Chhatra Maidan in Bodh Gaya, Bihar. Today is the third and last day of his teaching program. Arunachal Pradesh Chief Minister Pema Khandu also participated in the program of the Dalai Lama in Bihar. Devotees hailing from different regions of the country were seen in a serpentine queue at the Vaishno Devi shrine in Jammu and Kashmir. The DIG reviewed the security drill at the shrine, the yatra route, as well as for the safety and security of pilgrims. A white blanket could be seen enveloping Himachal Pradesh as the state witnessed heavy snowfall in many regions. In regards to the same, the Manali-Leh highway has been shut temporarily. Movement of all types of vehicles is prohibited till further orders. Crowds of holidaymakers descended into Himachal Pradesh's popular tourist spots. This is the highest ever arrival of tourists in history, we are told, to ring in the new year with carnivals and musicals amidst a snowy landscape. Massive traffic jams were also evident. A team of experts conducted an on-the-spot inspection of the town in Chamoli district of Uttarakhand. The panel found that a gradual settling or sudden sinking of the earth's surface due to removal or displacement of subsurface materials has induced structural defects and damage observed in almost all wards of Joshimath. The Bengaluru City Police have made a significant recovery of some synthetic and other drugs worth over 6 crore rupees. These drugs were procured for distribution during New Year's Eve. The cops have also arrested 6 locals and 2 foreigners. 9 people have died and 11 have been taken to a private hospital for treatment in a horrific road accident on Navsari National Highway. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed his condolences and announced an ex gratia of 2 lakh rupees to be given to the next of the kin of each of the deceased. A gym owner was shot dead in Delhi's Preet Vihar. The victim was identified as a 45-year-old Mahendra Agarwal. He was shot dead by 3 armed men while he was in his company headquarter office. The accused also took away the recording devices attached to the CCTV security cameras of the office. A massive fire broke out in the Jamia Masjid of Ramban district. The fire broke out late last night. No loss of life was reported, thankfully, although the premises got burnt to a large extent. The residence of BJP General Secretary Bhavna Jalaun was attacked in Gopalpura in Rajasthan. 2 bike-borne miscreants opened fire with illegal guns last night. The entire incident has been captured on the CCTV cameras installed nearby.
जैसे ही गाड़ी अंदर लगाई है तो उन्होंने गाड़ी सामने से आके बेटे को देख के बाइक घुमा ली और बेटे पे फायरिंग करी थी, लेकिन बेटा अंदर होने के कारण वो फायरिंग उस पर नहीं चल पाई, गोली नहीं लग पाई। फिर सामने खड़े होके उन्होंने 3 फायरिंग की हैं जो सीसीटीवी कैमरे में फ़ोटोज़ में पाई गई हैं, और बाहर दीवार पे उसमें स्केच भी आए हुए हैं।
The Aam Aadmi Party has taken out a Shav Yatra in Jammu against the Election Commission of India and the BJP. They've also demanded immediate polls in the Union Territory.
has issued another set of threat to the Kashmiri Pandit. Another list of the Kashmiri Pandit has been shared by the terror group TRF, which is a Lashkar-backed group, and this is the 5th threat letter that has been issued by the terror group against the Kashmiri Pandits. And the Kashmiri Pandits here are demanding the protest for over 200 days, and they are saying that the only solution they are seeking is the relocation out of the Kashmir Valley, as continuous threats are being issued to the Kashmiri Pandit community. Kal ek aur threat.
Authorities in Pennsylvania arrested a suspect in the killing of 4 University of Idaho students who were found stabbed to death in their beds more than a month ago. The Koberberger is being held for 4 charges of first-degree murder. North Korean Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un held a meeting with his party's top officials. The Politburo meeting discussed the issue of taking some important measures to promote the development of major sectors of the national economy for the year 2023. Southwest Airlines is returning to a relatively normal flight schedule as the focus shifts to making things right for more than 1 million passengers whose flights has been cancelled last week due to the winter storm witnessed in the US. Christine Duffy, the president of the Carnival Cruise Lines, along with other senior members, practiced raising the New Year's Eve ball above Times Square. The event will be held today and the ball will be lowered at midnight to mark the start of 2023, just like every year. Hundreds of people gathered at St. John's in Basilica for a special mass in honor of the 95-year-old Pope Emeritus Benedict XVI, who has just passed away. Pope Francis called for prayers for Benedict, resulting in an outpouring of messages of solidarity. With the Rose Bowl parade just a few days away, Claremont McKenna College is getting their preparations ready. 90,000 floral arrangements will be used at the Rose Parade, which will be held on January the 2nd. Democrats in Congress have released thousands of pages of former President Donald Trump's tax returns. The documents provide the most detailed picture to date of his finances over a 6-year period, including his time in the White House. American singer Steven Tyler has been accused of sexual assault by a woman who claims to have had a relationship with the Aerosmith frontman as a teenager. The lawsuit accuses Tyler of sexual assault, sexual battery, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Barbara Walters, the intrepid interviewer, anchor, and program host who led the way as the first woman to become a TV news superstar, has passed away. 1 million people are expected to watch the Sydney fireworks on the shores of the harbour of the new year. The gates of the Opera House perimeter opened at 9 a.m. for people to claim prime spots, is what we are given to understand, for the New Year celebrations. Braga and Benfica paid tribute to footballing legend Pelé as they kick-started the Portuguese Primeira Liga. Braga and Benfica players, staff and spectators observed a minutes of applause in memory of the footballing icon. Portuguese Primeira Liga leaders Benfica suffered their first league defeat of the season. In a 3-0 loss, Braga came out of the blocks fast and they took the lead a little over a minute in when Abel Ruiz gave the home side the lead, which they never surrendered. Cristiano Ronaldo is set to receive the biggest football salary in history after joining Saudi Arabian outfit Al Nassr on a 3-year deal. Al Nassr described the signing as history in the making. Olympiacos cruised to a 95-71 victory over Panathinaikos in their EuroLeague clash in Athens. Mustafa Fall led Olympiacos with 19 points, while Ayesea Kanan shot 17. Virtus Bologna prevailed in a thrilling 92-88 victory over Fenerbahce in their EuroLeague match in Bologna. The squads were neck and neck throughout the match until Marco dropped a pair of threes late in the final. Alba Berlin ended their 12-game losing streak with a 91-79 victory at Asvel in round 16 of the EuroLeague season. Jalene Smith's 21 points and other efforts guided the German side to their first EuroLeague win. FC Barcelona knocked 17 three-pointers in 29 attempts in their 94-99 overtime win against Crvena Zvezda Red Star. Mirotic hit an incredible buzzer-beating three-pointer to send the game to overtime.
Also enjoyed.
With some key tournaments ahead in 2023, the Indian women's hockey team is all set to come back to the national camp to kick off their preparations for the events. Hockey India have named 33 players as the core probables group for the national camp beginning January 2nd to 13th. Madhya Pradesh hockey team beat Odisha in a thrilling qualifier match at the Khelo India Youth Games 2022 in Bhubaneswar. Madhya Pradesh team dominated from the start, claiming a dramatic 6-5 victory. Star opening batter Smriti Mandhana is the only Indian across the women and men's category to feature among the ICC nominees for the Cricketer of the Year honor. Mandhana, who is the winner of the Rachel Hayhoe Flint Trophy for ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year 2021, is in the running once again to bag the coveted prize in 2022.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram, this particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram, this particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the kathua made.
Viewers, 2022 has remained a politically charged year and has seen assembly elections in 7 states, from the saffron storm in Gujarat and Uttar Pradesh to the Aam Aadmi Party winning Punjab, from the Modi effect to AAP becoming the center of debate. Let's take a look at the year 2022. How was it politically?
It's the final day of 2022. As the year ends, let's have a look at the elections took place in 2022. From Gujarat to Uttar Pradesh to Punjab, 2022 has witnessed 7 assembly elections, which includes 940 constituencies.
लोगों को देखते नहीं जब पावर में आने के बाद
Be it Uttar Pradesh or Gujarat, BJP came back to power with a thumping victory. In Uttar Pradesh, BJP-led NDA came back to power with 280 seats.
भारतीय जनता पार्टी को जो प्रचंड बहुमत दिया है अपने सहयोगियों के साथ में, आज इसका परिणाम है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी इतिहास बनाने जा रही है। उत्तर प्रदेश के अंदर इतिहास बनाने की ओर अग्रसर है।
हमारे नेता प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी
In Gujarat, BJP created history and come back to power with a thumping majority for the 7th time.
जहां भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्रत्यक्ष नहीं जीती, वहां भाजपा का वोट शेयर भाजपा के प्रति स्नेह का साक्षी है। मैं गुजरात और हिमाचल और दिल्ली उस जनता का बहुत विनम्र भाव से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। भाजपा के प्रति ये स्नेह देश के अलग अलग राज्यों के उपचुनाव में भी दिख रहा है।
मुख्यमंत्री जी को माला पहनाएं।
Apart from Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, BJP successfully retained power in Goa, Uttarakhand and Manipur. But the hill state of Himachal Pradesh maintained its 3-decade-long trend of alternative mandate. In a classic thriller, Congress wrested Himachal from BJP by clinching 40 out of 68 seats. But earlier in this year, Congress lost Punjab to the Aam Aadmi Party.
पूरी दुनिया में चर्चे हो रहे हैं आप लोगों के। पूरी दुनिया को यकीन नहीं हो रहा कि इतना बड़ा इनकलाब आ गया पंजाब के अंदर। मेरे को बहुत खुशी है, कई सालों के बाद आज पंजाब को पहली बार एक ईमानदार मुख्यमंत्री मिला है।
With the victory in Punjab, Kejriwal-led Aam Aadmi Party expressed its ambition in the national politics. Also, there was an obvious attempt to find answer to the question, who against Modi? But complete flop show in Gujarat, Goa and Himachal made the bigger picture clear, that Modi magic is still intact. With the year left to the 2024 general elections, a politically charged up 2022 has set the tone for it.
जब पावर में आने के
Bureau Report, Republic TV.
पावरफुल बनने के बाद
उस जनता का बहुत विनम्र भाव से आभार व्यक्त करता हूं।
He had made a derogatory comment in a public meeting while addressing a gathering. He has made that derogatory comment, and now we are also seeing that there was a massive protest which has broken out in various parts of Telangana, especially in Hyderabad. Also, last night there were protests by the Swami Ayyappa devotees.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling. This grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि एक आम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
नहीं की गई, वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling, this grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती, क्या ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president.
Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching Live and Breaking on Republic TV with me, Ankit Prasad. It's the last day of the year 2022 and we have a lot of stories that we're tracking, including Rahul Gandhi's latest insult to the forces, whom he says the government doesn't listen to, but he then refuses to listen to the forces when they say that China hasn't taken any of our territory. We'll tell you about this and a lot more on this bulletin. Let's start off with the headlines. Shizan Khan sent to 14 days of judicial custody, even as he files a plea to seek security in jail. Cricketer Rishabh Pant recovering, likely to be shifted to Delhi at some point for further treatment, we are told. It's a stern message to terrorists. The property of active terrorists demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. Rattled by the constant crackdown, Lashkar offshoot issues a fresh hit list of Kashmiri Pandit employees. The battle for Karnataka intensifies. It's a mega BJP versus Congress face-off over quota politics. Opposition rejects Bharat Jodo. Even leaders mock the Yatra, but the Vadra Congress is in denial. It pitches Rahul as its prime ministerial face. Viewers, there appears to be all-out confusion in the opposition even as the year 2022 ends. The debate over Modi versus who going forward has once again been reignited. After a complete flop show of a Bharat Jodo Yatra, Rahul Gandhi sought the help of other opposition leaders to join him as it continues. But those leaders, the likes of Akhilesh Yadav, have distanced themselves, saying their ideology is different. Nitish Kumar has said that he has no problem if Rahul becomes the opposition face. But will Mamta Banerjee and Sharad Pawar join Rahul Gandhi? Lot of confusion, lot of leaders. Everyone seems to have their own agenda for what promises to be a very serious, politically hectic run-up to 2024 general elections. Let's listen in first of all to Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, a person said to be a prime ministerial aspirant.
नहीं, इसमें हम लोग कोई दिक्कत होती है। एक साथ बैठे पहले और एक साथ बैठ करके सब करें, क्या दिक्कत है उसमें? सभी विभिन्न अधिक से अधिक दल जो मिलकर के एक साथ आगे का काम करेंगे और उसके लिए जब मिल जाएंगे तो सब चीज तय होगा।
कांग्रेस मध्य प्रदेश के चुनाव को स्वीप करेगी। बीजेपी वहां दिखाई नहीं देगी। मैं आपको गारंटी करके आप लिख लो और उस समय मुझे बता देना। मतलब अगर आप मुझे कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है कि वहां पे बीजेपी मतलब दिखाई नहीं देगी, क्योंकि वहां पे तो मैंने सोचा था कि महाराष्ट्र में मतलब मैंने जो वहां कहा कि महाराष्ट्र में बहुत अच्छा रिस्पांस मिला, मध्य प्रदेश में तो टोटल अंडरकरंट था, मतलब तूफान आया हुआ है वहां पे। मध्य प्रदेश में हर व्यक्ति जानता है कि बीजेपी ने सरकार को चोरी करके पैसा देके बनाया है, तो पूरा प्रदेश गुस्से में है। विपक्ष के नेता सारे के सारे हमारे साथ खड़े हैं और वो मतलब वो क्लियरली हमें मालूम है। बट आज के हिंदुस्तान में कंपल्शंस भी होते हैं, पॉलिटिकल कंपल्शंस होते हैं, दूसरे कंपल्शंस होते हैं। तो मैं उस पर कमेंट नहीं करना चाहता हूं कि क्यों आ रहे हैं, क्यों नहीं आ रहा है, कौन आ रहा है, कौन नहीं आ रहा। बस मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि भारत जोड़ो यात्रा के दरवाजे जो भी भारत को जोड़ना चाहता है उसके लिए खुले हैं, किसी को हम रोकने वाले नहीं हैं। दूसरी बात, विचारधारा में सिमिलैरिटीज होती हैं। देखिए, नफरत और हिंसा और मोहब्बत में सिमिलैरिटी नहीं होती है, डायमेट्रिकली ऑपोजिट चीजें हैं। मगर बहुत सारे लोग हैं और उसमें से अखिलेश जी हैं, मायावती जी हैं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो मोहब्बत का हिंदुस्तान चाहते हैं, मैं जानता हूं, नफरत का हिंदुस्तान नहीं चाहते हैं। तो रिश्ता तो है उनके साथ, आइडियोलॉजिकल रिश्ता और भारत जोड़ने का और नफरत को मिटाने का रिश्ता है। I think if the opposition stands effectively with a vision, what I am hearing from the ground, what I am seeing from the ground, it will become very difficult for the BJP to win the election. But the opposition has to coordinate properly, and the opposition has to go to the people of India with a vision, with an alternative vision to the BJP, not just go to the people of India. But there is huge undercurrent against the BJP, massive undercurrent.
नहीं, इसमें हम लोग कोई दिक्कत नहीं, तो एक साथ बैठे पहले और एक साथ बैठ करके सब कर, क्या दिक्कत है उसमें? सभी विभिन्न अधिक से अधिक दल जो मिलकर के एक साथ आगे का काम करेंगे और उसके लिए जब मिल जाएंगे तो सब चीज तय होगा।
There you heard Rahul Gandhi talk about elections for the first time in a long time, and a period that encompassed elections in two key states, which he played almost no part in. But Rahul Gandhi is calling for coordination among opposition parties. Whether or not they want to coordinate with him, however, seems to be a matter on which everyone has their own view. Akhilesh Yadav says he wants nothing to do with the Congress or the BJP. The Samajwadi Party is gunning to be an opposition party on its own right, on its own standing. On the other hand, Nitish Kumar, a man widely perceived to have prime ministerial ambitions, has said that there's nothing wrong in Rahul Gandhi conducting a Bharat Jodo Yatra. If he wants to come to Bihar, let him come to Bihar. But clearly there is a lot that needs to be worked out. And with 2023, the penultimate year before the general election set to begin, and up to 10 key elections scheduled between that time frame, the opposition really needs to get its act together, viewers. Now, moving on, viewers, there's been a mega crackdown on terror in the year 2022. As per Kashmir's ADGP statement, 42 Pakistani terrorists were killed this year in Kashmir. Meanwhile, the lifespan of the newly recruited terrorists has declined drastically. He said out of the total of 65 newly recruited terrorists killed this year, 58, that is 89%, were neutralized within the first month of their joining. Let's listen in now to how the forces have tackled terrorists and Pak-born terrorists in Kashmir.
It has been quite a successful year for the Jammu and Kashmir police as ADGP Kashmir comes out with the figures and the performance of police department in the year 2022. As per ADGP Kashmir Vijay Kumar, 172 terrorists neutralized in the valley. That also includes the Pakistani terrorists. The highest blow was given to the terror outfit like Lashkar-e-Toiba or the offshoot of LET Tiara, who had been issuing the warnings to the Kashmiri Pandits and also to the non-locals. The blow was given to them, Jaish-e-Mohammed, Hizbul Mujahideen, Ansar Ghazwatul Hind and other outfits. Meanwhile, he talks about the 26 locals, non-locals, Kashmiri Pandits were targeted by the terror outfit, but simultaneously he pitched and said that most of the terrorists who were involved in the terror crimes were neutralized except Basit Dar and one more. Similarly, he talks about in the terror incidents that 29 security personals, that also includes the JKP, the 29 personals lost their life in 2022. He talks about the terror modules that were busted by the J&K police. 360 weapons were recovered from different modules, and that also includes the carbine. He talks also about one of the important details that ADGP Kashmir gives, that the sticky bombs were recovered from the Kashmir Valley. That is a challenge for the security forces working in the Kashmir Valley. Overall, we see the very less collateral damage in all these operations. And yes, the eye and the terrorists who are on the radar of J&K police are the terror commanders, and also the focus is on for neutralizing the Pakistani terrorists. Overall, it seems that a successful year was for Jammu and Kashmir police by neutralizing 172 terrorists, and the recruitments we talk about that 89% of the newly recruited terrorists too were neutralized in this 2029. With Vijay Firdoswani, I'm Zina Zishan Fazal for Republic in Srinagar.
Let's take a look at some of the top stories now, viewers. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has insulted the forces once again. Talking about the Chinese incursion at the LAC, he went on to say that it is the Indian government that has been hiding facts about Indian land that China has captured.
जब नेशनल लेवल की लीडरशिप स्ट्रेटेजिकली काम नहीं करती है, इंटरनेशनल रिलेशंस में, जियोपॉलिटिक्स में एकदम रिस्पॉन्स आता है। और हमारी सरकार ने जो चाइना का मामला है उसको कंप्लीटली मिसहैंडल कर दिया है।
Union Home Minister Amit Shah also spoke about the India-China border issue and said that he's not worried about the border as the ITBP personnel are standing guard there. He also asserted that no one can occupy even an inch of India's land.
ITBP सभी CAPFs में सबसे दुर्गम क्षेत्र में काम करने वाला हमारा सुरक्षा बल है। हम कल्पना ही नहीं कर सकते कि -42 डिग्री टेम्परेचर के अंदर देश की सीमाओं की सुरक्षा करना कितना दृढ़ मनोबल और उत्कृष्ट देशभक्ति होती है, तभी हो सकता है।
After Kamal Nath declared Rahul Gandhi to be the opposition's prime ministerial face for 2024, the BJP hit out at Kamal Nath, saying that the Bharat Jodo Yatra was nothing but a rebranding campaign by the grand old party.
Has Mamata Banerjee ji, Nitish Kumar ji, Arvind Kejriwal ji, KCR ji, Mayawati ji, Akhilesh ji, Arvind Kejriwal ji, all of them endorsed this? Is this the reason why they are keeping away from the so-called Bharat Jodo Yatra? And today it's clear that this is not a Bharat Jodo Yatra. This is for Rahul Gandhi a Satta Jodo Yatra. It is not a Pad Yatra. It is a Padon ke liye Yatra, a Yatra for post. It is a Yatra for relaunch, repackaging of Rahul Gandhi for 2024.
Indian cricketer Rishabh Pant had a lucky escape yesterday when his car had a horrific accident. Now, in the latest update, an image of an X-ray report of Rishabh Pant has been accessed where a ligament tear is evident in his right knee. A team of Delhi District Cricket Association (DDCA) visited the Max Hospital in Dehradun to monitor Rishabh Pant's health. If required, they could airlift him to Delhi. However, it is to be noted that Pant's health has been showing signs of improvement.
स्टेबल हैं और बहुत गंभीर इंजरी नहीं होना पाया गया है। और एयरलिफ्ट की संभावना कम बताई जा रही है, संभावना नहीं है।
एयरलिफ्ट नहीं किया जाएगा
अब अभी तक तो मेरे को जानकारी है नहीं इसके संबंध में, लेकिन संभावना कम है मेरे ख्याल से।
सर डीडीसी की टीम भी यहाँ पहुँच रही है, और क्या इसके बाद कहीं ले जाया जा सकता है, ऐसी कोई बात है?
अब वो देख रहे होंगे, देखो औपचारिकता जो भी होती है जैसे नहीं, मेरे संज्ञान में नहीं है, मेरे संज्ञान में नहीं है।
स्टेट गवर्नमेंट से एयरलिफ्ट के लिए कुछ मांगा है?
व्यवस्थाएं कल की गई थी इमरजेंसी कॉल पर, लेकिन मुझे लगता नहीं कि एयरलिफ्ट की जरूरत पड़ेगी शायद।
Actors Anupam Kher and Anil Kapoor reached the Max Hospital in Dehradun to meet the family members of cricketer Rishabh Pant. Talking exclusively to Republic, Anupam Kher confirmed that Pant is now in a better condition.
बस उनकी तबीयत पूछी, उनकी माताजी से मिले और उनको उनके लिए प्रार्थना की, सारे देश की प्रार्थनाएं उनके पास लेके गए, और कपूर साहब और मैं एज फैंस गए थे। That's it.
ऋषभ बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छे से बेटर है सर?
मच बेटर, हाँ।
In a setback to actor Shizan in the Tunisia death case, his judicial custody has been extended by 14 days. Shizan was arrested for allegedly abetting the suicide of his co-actor Tunisha Sharma. The Karnataka Congress state in charge, Randeep Surjewala, has hit out at Union Home Minister Amit Shah. This after the latter had hit out at Siddaramaiah for releasing over 1,700 PFI cadres allegedly. Soon after, Mamta Banerjee refused to go atop a stage after Jai Shri Ram chants had echoed at the Vande Bharat Express launch event yesterday. The BJP has now hit out at the West Bengal CM and said that they are those people who left their politics of will not leave their politics of religion rather.
प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने जिस कार्यक्रम में वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग में हिस्सा लिया, उसमें ममता बनर्जी जय श्री राम के नारों से चिढ़ गई और वो मंच पर नहीं बैठी।
इन लोगों का स्तर इतना गिर चुका है कि राजनीति के तौर पर अपने धर्म, अपनी आस्था को छोड़ने को तैयार है। बाकी मुझे लगता है कभी कभी इनका डीएनए टेस्ट भी हो तो बहुत कुछ सामने आएगा।
With COVID alarm bells ringing in India, MOS for Health Dr. Bharti Pawar today reviewed the RT-PCR testing facilities for passengers coming from at-risk countries at the Kempegowda International Airport in Bengaluru. And a lot more news coming up, viewers, on the last day of the year. Shizan Khan has been sent to 14 days of judicial custody. This is the latest in the Tunisha Sharma death case. And also, viewers, in a stern message to terrorists, the property of an active terrorist has been demolished in Anantnag's Pahalgam. The bulldozers are in action in Jammu and Kashmir. More on that after a short break. Stay with us.
Amity has been ranked amongst the top 3% universities globally, a testimony to Amity's globally benchmarked quality.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती है, ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former zonal president of PFI. His home was raided, Nawaz. Now this is the very home where the raid had just been concluded. About 56 locations in Kerala like these, the two-tier PFI workers, their homes are being raided.
Yesterday, in this very place of the Sidra, this encounter took place. This is the truck in which those terrorists were traveling. This grass they were carrying in, and this is the Kathua made. So it possibly suggests that they loaded this truck from the Kathua area, and somewhat there only the terrorists transferred or shifted to this consignment. But they gathered and they entered this truck only somewhere near Kathua.
क्या वो पोस्टमार्टम जो कि काम इंसान की जाती है, ये उस तरीके से नहीं की गई?
वही मेरे को दुख है। मैं इतना ही बोल सकता हूँ, 101 तक का वो मर्डर है। सच्चाई बताता तो मेरे को भी दबा के छोड़ देती थी।
Raid which has taken place in a place called Thonakil, which is about 20 kilometers away from the capital city of Thiruvananthapuram. This particular home of the former.
आपकी कहानी ये है कि सर आपको गोली लगी, खून बह रहा था, आप जमीन पे पड़े थे और उस वक्त जब हेलीकॉप्टर आपका कैजुअलिटी इवैक्यूएशन करने के लिए आया तो आपके पास दो चॉइसेस थे, खुद की जान बचाओ या दो बच्चों की जान बचाओ। व्हाट वाज दैट स्टोरी? व्हाट हैपेंड इन मणिपुर?
बचपन से मैंने सीखा था कि बाजुओं में नहीं होता ताकत। आई थिंक द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज टू बिलीव दैट यू हैव अ मिशन एट हैंड। नाउ दैट आई हैव रीच्ड देयर, आई कांट जस्ट अबैंडन द मिशन।
Viewers, we know the forces in Jammu and Kashmir utilize a variety of weapons to counter terrorism and insurgency activities by Pakistan. A diverse range of weapons are utilized by forces as per operational requirements based on situation and location. My colleague Zeenat has filed an exclusive report from the CRPF camp in Srinagar, in which CRPF commandos display the usage of special weapons. Take a look.
Forces in the Kashmir Valley use variety of weapons to deal with or to counter terrorism or insurgency activities. Different weapons are used for different needs and for different requirements, and the weapons that have been displayed here is with the elite team of CRPF while dealing in the operational challenges. My VJ Firdosi is showing you the exclusive visuals of the weapons that are lying with the elite team of CRPF. They use this weapon during anti-terror operations in the congested localities, particularly because this is the weapon that helps in solving operational challenges. This helps them when you have to fire accurately, you have to come in contact with the terrorists, and at times the members of the anti-terror operations, these weapons helps them when they are coming in direct contact with the terrorist. When the terrorist is firing, definitely this weapons helps them in saving their lives. All these things are lying with the Srinagar sector of CRPF because they deal particularly in the downtown area of Srinagar where the operations take place. 2022 has been a bigger successful year as far as the security forces in the Kashmir Valley is concerned. We have witnessed the operation in Srinagar as well, where the dreaded terrorists were neutralized. But what helps security forces, the elite team of CRPF that operates in the Srinagar sector, is also the kind of weaponry that they have. The weapons that have been put here on the display tells the story of this success that comes to CRPF commandos who are trained, well trained. They have been picked up for these kind of operation. In fact, I'm joined by one of the officers here who will brief us about the kind of weaponry that has been put on display. Thank you for talking to Republic. Can you just explain to our viewers that how you use these kind of weapons, what is the caliber, the range, and the success stories of these weapons?
Thank you so much. So here we have all the weapons displayed that we are using here in counter-insurgency operations. These are basically individual weapons that you can see. This is assault rifle AK-47. This is 9mm submachine gun MP5, which has you can see a silencer here. This is an indigenous weapon developed by DRDO, joint venture protective carbine we call it. It uses a very different ammunition, 5.56 into 30.